Edmonton Sports Talk. My God, I loved it.
My name's Jay Milne. #Blue.
Our sports update deliverer, the Coon.
I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up today.
You know what, Reid?
You might be honest.
All right, here's what's going on in the nest. I really hope that everybody enjoys their days at work as much as we enjoy ours, or at least a portion of it. Then you'd be pretty happy at work. How you doing, everybody? What is this called outside?
A snow squall.
It's not a blizzard.
Yeah, I don't know what's the difference.
It's not a snowstorm. It's specifically a snow squall. So what's the difference between a snow squall, a blizzard, a snowstorm, snowfall, and flurries? What's the difference? What makes a snow squall special?
I think a snow squall. Well, here.
Well, I got it, boys. I got it. A snow squall is a sudden, short-lived, and intense burst of heavy snow accompanied by strong, gusty winds that causes rapid whiteout conditions and dangerously low visibility.
But it won't last a long time.
Often lasting only 30 to 60 minutes.
Oh, so this could be a quickie, so to speak. Little afternoon delight. Except it's not delightful.
Yeah, it's terrible.
All right.
I mean, it is rather... Well, the building was shaking earlier.
Yeah.
The building
Can this building withstand wind? We're in the process of finding
We're
out.
going to find out, baby.
All right.
Yeah, and I don't know which direction. It does seem rather indecisive on which direction it's blowing. Maybe that's part of it, too.
Jasmine says apparently worse than a blizzard because of the wind, but a blizzard could last a long time.
That's right. Blizzards can last for days.
Right. So would you sooner just have a snow squall and hunker down for a couple hours?
Yeah, I'd get it over with quick.
Just get it over with quick.
Bang, bang.
So to speak.
Yeah.
Yeah. When is this supposed to be done? What does my app say?
So many ways.
Well, my app says flurries at times heavy until 8 p.m. with winds. The wind could be gusting up to 80 k an hour until 7. This is several hours.
Yeah, so much for the snow squall.
So much for brief. My goodness.
This is a short blizzard.
This is disgusting outside. But all kidding aside, yeah, if there are whiteout conditions, you got to be careful driving.
Turn your headlights on.
One of those days where I'm just saying, if you don't need to go somewhere, maybe just don't.
That's a good point.
You know, you can get that can of soup at the convenience store tomorrow.
Do you know a lot of people when they think, well, my daytime running lights are on, you actually physically have to turn your lights on for your tail lights, right? Because those don't automatically come on. Your daytime running headlights do, but you need to turn the switch to your lights are on so that your tail lights light
I think mine is one up on the thing, right?
Yeah, and then when you get out of the car and you're trying to leave, it'll go ding, 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 because you haven't turned them off. It'll remind you.
I might not have mine properly. You're going to have to show me.
I'll show you after, bro.
Yeah. Well, if we can make it to our vehicle
If we can
through
see
the
our way
squall.
through the parking lot.
What happened to Wilkins and Milne?
Well, it was the great snow squall of 2026. I remember listening to their show that day, not knowing that it would be the last we ever heard of that duo. Here, I've compiled a scrapbook of my memories of them.
What would be the first picture?
Of us in a probably us like giving a thumbs up going out into the snow.
Back in 5.
At the door. Just go to start our cars. And then we'd be riding tauntauns around the parking lot. All right. Oh, thanks for laughing at the Star Wars reference. Scoob, which movie specifically had the tauntauns?
Let me think here. That was Return of the Jedi.
That was a movie. Didn't have tauntauns.
You know, I wouldn't know. I don't think I'd know this
Empire?
either. Yeah, is it Empire Strikes
Empire
Back?
Strikes Back, yeah.
Yeah.
That had the
Return of the
tauntauns.
Jedi is the Ewoks.
Is the Ewoks, yeah, and Jabba and the Sarlacc. Yeah.
Jabba.
Jabba the Hutt. Looks like there's going to be more Hutts in this new Mandalorian and Grogu movie.
Yeah, like his brothers or something. Maybe his uncles?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Or that is the Mandalorian Grogu set. No, Jabba was dead already.
Okay, but
Spoiler. People's like, damn it, I was going to watch Return of the Jedi tonight before the Oilers game, Reid. I'd never seen it.
if there's more, what would you say? There's more Hutts?
I think there's more Hutts in the Mandalorian
Okay, so why, if there's more than one Hutt
Right.
in existence, why does he have to say I'm Jabba the Hutt? Why can't he just say Jabba? Knowing that there's other
I don't know.
Hutts
I don't
out
know.
there.
I guess Jabba.
Because he's the Hutt.
No, but Hutt is his
Maybe-
species.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't say I'm Jason the human.
Maybe he was the leader of, or the most, because I think a lot of them are gangsters.
Oh, is he the King Hutt?
Or have crime world ties.
Right.
So maybe he'd risen to the point where it's like, well, he's Jabba the Hutt.
Right.
He's the man, I guess.
Well, I guess we
I'm
got
not sure. I've never looked into this.
We got to ask Alexander as well. Like, he's great, but there's multiple greats, right? Alexander the Great.
I don't think that's a comparable, Coop.
Yeah, I'm not sure that one applies.
He was Alexander the Great. He conquered a bunch of land.
He was considered to be great.
Like didn't Alexander the Great's empire stretch from like Europe into Asia? It was massive.
True enough. Well, what if Jabba, like, there's another person named Jabba and it was a human or whatever other species in Star Wars. So you had to signify, oh, he's the Hutt. He's Jabba the Hutt. Might just be me.
Goob, you've lost me.
Well, I'm sorry.
It's okay. How you doing, everybody? It's 3:08 on a snow squally Thursday afternoon. We encourage you to get in touch with us. We have a lot to discuss. A lot of it's centered around your Edmonton Oilers. We will talk a little bit about the Brier that starts tomorrow. A lot of storylines going on there. Gushu, last ever Brier. We got the Jacobs rink coming off the gold medal.
Yeah.
In Milano Cortina with Mark Kennedy, St. Albert's Mark Kennedy. Does Mark tell anybody to blank off during the Brier? I'll say no.
I'm going to take
over under on 0.5.
Yeah, I'm taking the under.
Taking the under. No, that'll be a fun week. We'll be able to watch curling during the day. Are there afternoon games tomorrow already?
4 o'clock.
It's going to be incredible. 4 o'clock our time.
I believe so.
So like 1 o'clock in.
Yeah, I believe.
Are they on the 3.5 hour time?
Well, Huss said today on the lock shop that it starts at 3 o'clock his time. So it should be 4 o'clock our time, right?
No, 3 o'clock his time would be 2 o'clock our time.
Isn't Winnipeg Central?
Yeah, so if they're at 3 o'clock, that'd be 2 o'clock here, yeah.
Oh, yeah, 2 o'clock. Then.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
You know what? I do that. That's like what is that? Like
It's like a reverse psychology.
a time zone dyslexia
Sure.
where I can't process them. I've booked guests for this show at wrong times.
No.
Everybody wants you to do Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah. Okay. What's the one thing he said? How about the solo John Wookie? Oh.
That was really good.
Well, you just got to talk really. I can't remember an exact line that he said. I remember he says like, and it's subtitled in the movie, and he says like, "Bring me Solo and the Wookiee," and it's like Solo Chon Wookiee. So Chon is apparently the Hutt word for and or with. Yeah, I think that's what it was. Oh, yeah, you just got to really deep.
Hondo. No, that's bad. How did you do it?
Oh, because he laughed, right, and was like, oh.
That's pretty good. Like for off the cuff.
Well, I've been working on my Jabba. Anyway, we encourage you. First of all, thanks for listening. Welcome to the show. If you're new to the show, this is sort of the tone of the show. We will discuss a lot of sports. It's not all happy fun times all the time, but we do try to have happy fun times, even on a day in which oil country is pretty upset after the Oilers blew a 2-0 lead, a 4-2 lead, and a 5-4 lead. 3 for the price of 1. And lost 6-5 to the Anaheim Ducks. Some problems continuing to plague them. We're going to discuss. They play the Kings tonight, so that's another 8:30 start. So 7:30 right here on EST for the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show, hosted by our buddy Tom Gazzola. Tom's on right after the game for the postgame show. Two teams who are coming off losses. And I think both trying to find their way 3/4 of the way into the season. I think LA and Edmonton, you could say the same thing about both teams, that they're underwhelming compared to recent years. I guess that we can say this, highly unlikely we're going to get a 5th consecutive first-round matchup.
Oh, I don't know about that. Why? I mean, okay, first round. I don't know, Reid. I mean, they're
the Oilers are now into a wild card spot. Are they not even by points?
No, by points they're third in the
Are they
Pacific.
still third? Yeah.
But I mean, LA's only 5 points back of Anaheim. Right?
LA's only 3 back of Seattle.
Yeah, I know, but if first round
get up to
matchup,
second or third, yeah. Yeah, we'll see. This is a big one for the Oilers tonight. I mean, if they win, again, the points percentage, they'd still be at a disadvantage compared to some other teams. But if they're 6 points ahead of LA, that's a lot of ground for LA to make up, even over 22 games.
Huge game.
Yeah. But however you're consuming us, first of all, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, we appreciate that. Those are great streaming apps. I actually use iHeartRadio a lot, especially when I'm listening at home. In the car, obviously, I'll use iHeartRadio. If you're listening in the future on a podcast, thanks for finding us and thanks for engaging with us even after we're live. You may have us on YouTube. The channel is Edmonton Sports Talk. If you've not already subscribed to Edmonton Sports Talk, please do so. We're over 14,000 subscribers, which is pretty cool. So if you've already subscribed, encourage somebody else to subscribe to the channel. That way, you can sign up to get notifications, or like when you log into YouTube, the channels you subscribe to, those videos are the ones that are suggested to you first.
Yeah.
When I subscribe to EST, I subscribe to some other stuff, and it's nice to go in and be like, oh yeah, that's something I want to watch. I'm into that.
When I watch it at home, sometimes in the morning, but when the girls are getting ready for school, we'll turn on the morning show. It'll roll into, go on YouTube on your TV, and you don't have to look for it. It's right there.
Yeah, it's right there.
Because you're subscribed.
You can text us, by the way, the afternoon inbox presented by River Cree Resort and Casino. Check out the River Cree mobile app. Free to download, get exclusive offers and promotions, get show tickets, make reservations for hotel rooms and restaurants. It's safe, secure, and easy to use. And, of course, the website is rivercreeresort.com. You can email Reid at edmontonsportstalk.com, Jay at edmontonsportstalk.com. I would love a Jabba the Hutt themed limerick today, or a LA-Edmonton rivalry themed limerick, something like that. That would be great. And another way to communicate is to use the Nasty Chat on YouTube. That's the chat stream going on down the right-hand side of the page. Usually, sometimes we pick stuff out of there and read it on air. Sometimes it's too fast and furious, but people are usually often just chatting with each other more so than even with us, which is one of the cool elements of the station. You can connect with us, but you can connect with other listeners as well by using the Nasty Chat. Now, if you are on YouTube, a little extra thing you can do, you can click that thumbs up button.
Click, click, click. Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb, thumb, thumb.
And then once you've clicked the thumbs up button, click the share button. And send the show link off to somebody else using email or text, and just keep bringing people in to our great community. Yesterday was a great day for thumbs. We hit 100, I think, right around 5 o'clock, 2/3 of the way into the show. So don't be a pleasure delayer. Click that thumbs up. Let's get to 100. And then once we're beyond that, we're just pouring gravy all over ourselves. All right. So it's a snow squall of a day, but that does not deter one guy. He's here ready to do his job no matter what. He's got the afternoon headlines presented by 100.3 The Bear, Edmonton's best rock. Stream them on iHeart today.
This is Chet Palmer with your sports report. Gushu the Great ready to curl his final Brier with some home cooking. Let's hope he breaks fewer teeth than I did on my Aunt Sherma's meatloaf. Rough night for Cookie Jarry, getting yanked in the third as the locals lost to the Disco Ducks. Hey, Jason Milne, is that a pulled goalie in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? Mad Max is back with the Bluebirds. I'm not saying he's been pitching a long time, but his first road trip was on horseback. I'm Chet Palmer.
What does the reference have to do with his aunt's meatloaf?
Let's hope he breaks fewer teeth than I did on my Aunt Sherma's meatloaf. Must have been a rock-hard meatloaf.
Ooh, that's overcooked.
That's a little bit overcooked. Or a really special type of meat. I'm not sure.
That will be an interesting storyline to have the Brier in his hometown.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
And it's his last Brier.
Yeah.
I love the Brier. Man.
Yeah, it's good. It's going to be awesome. We got spoiled. Well, we've had a lot of great curling to watch lately, so this will be. And then we still got the Worlds coming up, right? Just had the Olympics, and we still got the Worlds coming up. It is an Oilers game day, which means we get to do the good old mystery athlete of the game, presented by Hudson's Canada's Pub. You're trying to win a $25 gift card to Hudson's. Now at Hudson's Canada's Pub, they got $10 tankards, $6 tequila shots. They also have the $23.99 adult Happy Meal. Has the drive-in burger, fries, choice of beer, and a limited edition hockey puck bottle opener. Book your reservation now at hudsonscanadaspub.com. Maximum 3 guesses per person. We only acknowledge guesses sent in to the River Crib Resort and Casino inbox, 780-218-9999. Again, maximum 3 guesses per person. First person to get it right gets the GC, and the first clue is Devils. The first clue is Devils. And hopefully the Nasty Chat is allowing the English language today, so Jay can actually put the clues in there.
Well, if I didn't log out of my YouTube account, I would be doing it right now. But I did. So I'm logging back in as we speak.
So yeah, how many clues did we need yesterday? 4?
4.
4 clues? I don't know how many we're going to need. I would not surprise me if somebody gets it after the first clue today. Devils.
Really?
Oh, I don't know, Jay.
Should I still put them in Spanish anyways?
No. Well, maybe. I don't know. Why not?
Okay, we're good. We're up.
Good. All right. Perfect. So Hudson's Canada's Pub mystery athlete of the game. Now we always do the off-topic topic. This is a fun segment that we do every day. Thanks to William Huff, great company. Bruce and family there do a great job. Since 1952, William Huff has provided industry-leading advertising solutions for thousands of valued clients. Their unparalleled customer service, combined with decades of industry expertise and a desire to make every job the very best can be, is what they call the William Huff Advantage. Visit their website at williamhuff.com or give them a shout, 780-454-4536.
Well, one of the, at least my favorite yearly events
that became
an annual tradition starts today. That's the NFL Combine. I love it. We love it. My family loves it. We love watching all the different events. So, simple question. What Combine event would you like to try?
Okay, now what are my choices?
What Combine event would you like to try, or what one do you think you do the best at? So, the list I've compiled is this. The 40-yard dash, bench press, vertical jump, broad jump, 3-cone drill, 20-yard shuttle, 60-yard shuttle.
What's the difference between a shuttle and a dash?
A 40-yard dash is a 40-yard sprint in a straight line.
Okay.
A 20-yard shuttle is you start in the middle, you run 5 yards that way, 10 yards to the other cone, and then back through your starting spot.
Oh.
So it's side
Okay.
and forward.
Okay.
So 20 yards, and then a 60-yard shuffle is 15 yards, 30 yards, 15 yards.
Okay.
And don't forget, everybody's favorite, the Wonderlic test.
Oh, that's the one I think I would do the best at, because I could just sit there and answer trivia.
Yeah, I mean,
Not really trivia exactly.
well, it's not necessarily trivia.
But it's sort of and it's not exactly an IQ test.
Well, it's a standardized test of adult math and language skills.
Okay.
It's created by E.F. Wonderlic.
Okay.
Been used since 1937.
I would take the Wonderlic for sure.
Would you?
Yes. In terms of what I would do the best at, okay, Jay, what's my bench press? Oh, he did 10 pounds twice. Yeah, there's our middle linebacker. Sign up this Wilkins kid. Sir, that's not actually very good. I mean, I can't sprint very fast. Vertical jump, even when I played volleyball in high school, I didn't have a good vertical jump.
Mm-hmm.
Broad jump, that's where you just stand there and see how far you can jump.
Standing broad jump.
Yeah, like terrible. What's the 3-cone drill? Does that involve ice cream? I might be good at that one.
Well, no, it's not how fast
Ed
you can
Wilkins
devour.
has a chocolate, a strawberry, and he's instead of the traditional vanilla, he's
dipped it in chocolate. Oh my! 3-cone drill. You start at the bottom. You round the first cone to the second cone, turn that, and come back. So it's like an L shape.
Well, maybe okay. That's the one I'd most like to try. Those are my
agility.
answers. I would be best at the Wonderlic, and I would most like to try the 3-cone drill because it's not just pure speed. You got to also stand up.
Yes.
What?
The Wonderlic test would be interesting for you. It would be.
Do you have an example question?
I don't have an example question.
Who would get an example question? As if he doesn't have enough to do.
What I do have is an entire Wonderlic test.
Oh, you have an entire Wonderlic?
I have a Wonderlic.
Are you serious?
Yes, I have
this
the entire.
This is the greatest day of my life.
Are we gonna
do the Wonderlic over the course of the show?
We're gonna do the Wonderlic.
Oh my God. This is amazing.
I have it all here. I have the
Coob, I need more. Wonderlic, I need more scrap paper.
I also have the key.
Bring me your best scrap paper, boy.
No, Coob, you're gonna do an update.
Chop. Yeah, so the Wonderlic test right here. This is a practice test.
Oh my God.
Basic skills test, practice test series, verbal form VS-A. So I'm gonna pull out questions. Now there are some that don't transfer to radio or are broadcast all
You
that
have to
well.
draw or something?
Yeah, or there's a diagram that you have to answer questions off.
Okay, so you're not gonna give me all 50.
No, I won't. But here's the thing. So for those that don't know, back in the day, I believe it was 2005. I forget what my draft year was. I went to the CFL Combine.
Right.
Okay. So you had to do this.
Okay.
And although this isn't the exact same test, you're timed. So it's not necessarily how smart are you. Like if you had 2 hours to do this, you'd get 100% probably.
Okay.
Maybe not 100%, but high.
You really have time to double check.
When you have
stuff.
20 minutes to do this, you have to navigate which questions you're just going to move on from.
Right.
And which questions you're going to circle back to.
Right. Okay.
So it's also a little bit of a...
So it's a test because for athletes, they want to know, like, okay, we have to change our defensive play calling mid-game. How quick can you pick it up and remember it or deal with the stress of it, right?
Here's page 1, question 1.
Okay, Wonderlic didn't bring me any scrap paper.
You don't need it.
Okay.
Page 1, question 1. For questions 1 to 4, choose the verb that correctly completes the sentence. Have you blank the painting yet? Hanged, hang, hanging, hung.
Hung.
That's your final answer?
Yes.
So I'm going to compile all the results, and I have the key.
Did I make the NFL?
Based on that
All of a sudden
answer,
my phone starts ringing.
1D. You are correct, sir.
Reid, it's John Schneider from the Seattle Seahawks. First of all, thanks for cheering for us.
So that's what I printed out today. That's what I have come prepared to do.
Oh my God.
Now, during the breaks, you can do the ones that are not suitable.
The diagrammy ones?
and we can find out what your Wonderlic result is.
Oh my goodness. You've outdone yourself, Jay. 780-218-9999 is the River Crew Resort and Casino inbox. We had a lot of people yesterday, a lot of listeners, a little unhappy with Mark Spector for a question he asked Connor McDavid. Well, if you think that was stupid, find out when we get back.
The Oilers look to avoid 5 straight losses. They battle Artemi Panarin and the Kings at 8:30 out in LA. Connor Ingram gets a start. He relieved Tristan Jarry of his duties last night in a 6-5 loss to the Ducks. Tom Gazzola, Ben Thompson hit the airwaves during the GCLD's Oil Stream pregame show. That goes an hour before game time at 7:30 right here on EST. Around the NHL, a total of a dozen games. It's a Kraken and Blues going at it. Calgary and San Jose hit the ice down in Cali, while we have a couple big boys going at it. Minnesota and Colorado with a tilt. 10 games over to the association. Or in spring training, rather. We have the Rockies up 11-3. On the Giants, top of the ninth, the Brewers lead the Rangers 4-1. And tomorrow, Toronto is back at it. 11:05 first pitch against the Jays. Basketball, 10 games as well. Lakers taking on the Suns, 7 o'clock. Spurs also visit Brooklyn with the Raptors back in action Saturday against the Wizards. The Reid Wilkins Show rolls on following the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
Two guys and a goalie.
Brett Kulak being flipped over to the Colorado Avalanche.
I mean, great for Brett Kulak, great for the app. Bringing a guy back that has shown that he can be a fantastic playoff performer.
I mean, you look, Makar, Taze, Manson, Kulak, Malinsky, and Brent Burns. Is that the best D-core on paper right now?
Two guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
We have what you're looking for. GD Liquidators is Edmonton's one-stop shop for new and used warehouse, office, and industrial items since 1987. You'll find what you want when you want it. Give us a call, visit us in store, or check out the monthly auctions at gdliquidators.com. 100% Canadian owned and operated. We have what you are looking for. GD Liquidators.
River Cree Resort and Casino and K97 present the baddest show on earth. George Thorogood and the Destroyers, March 19th in the venue. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Real fans don't stroll in at puck drop. They claim territory. They study the screens. They get into their spot, which is why this matters. The Canadian Brewhouse now has happy hour. Brand new. Tons of options. And the good stuff, like our espresso martinis and our cracked pepper and sea salt dry ribs. Monday to Saturday, 2 till 6 p.m., starting at $3.99. That's more than enough reason to come early. New happy hour at the Canadian Brewhouse. If you're serious about game day, we'll see you for happy hour.
GCL Diesel has been serving oil country since 1972. From diesel cars to SUVs to pickups. From farm tractors to school buses to a big rig. From diesel generators to forklifts, GCL can test, troubleshoot, and repair all diesel fuel system components. Whether it's injectors, pumps, turbos, filters, or additive, GCL has the parts you need to keep your diesel running the way it should. For genuine diesel parts at wholesale prices, visit GCL Diesel in the West End or online at gcldiesel.com. GCL Diesel. Diesel understood.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
Sentinel Storage congratulates Team Canada for all their perseverance, dedication, and commitment. For representing our country so well, our athletes make us proud to call Canada home. Sentinel Storage, proudly Canadian and official storage partner of Team Canada.
It is a monumental day in the Canadian Brewhouse studio. You only have a couple of days left to try the February wing flavors, everything bagel and buffalo gochujang. You can try them anytime. And, of course, it's always every Wednesday is Wing Wednesday at the Canadian Brewhouse. 69-cent wings all day. The Canadian Brewhouse, our house, is your house. So I guess next Wing Wednesday they'll be onto the March flavors. Mm-hmm. But if you want to try the February flavors, you got rest of today and tomorrow, and Saturday's the 28th. Now you tried these, the everything bagel and the buffalo gochujang. Which one did you like better again?
Everything.
The everything bagel. Okay.
Yeah, just I don't mind a plain chicken wing because I like to dump it in a bunch of ranch.
Okay.
Douse that thing.
Dose it up.
Oh yeah.
Douse it up.
Douse.
Well, you could be all right.
Great Wonderlic question.
Yeah, that would be. Oilers Kings tonight at 8:30. Poopy finish last night against the Ducks. We'll talk about that. We'll get to some comments from Tristan Jarry and Chris Knoblauch that were made after the game. We'll get your feedback on the state of the Edmonton Oilers as well. They've now lost 4 in a row after winning 3 in a row. So not great lately. We'll see if they can recover against the Kings. Also later on, we'll have Daryl Evans on the show.
Yes.
Member of the Los Angeles Kings, longtime broadcaster now. He's with FanDuel Sports Network West. He's going to join us around 5 o'clock. We have now the question yesterday that Speck asked McDavid. I know a lot of you didn't like how it was asked. We talked about it. I didn't think the question in itself was a stupid question. I personally, I know some people did. That's fine. We talked about it. We got some reaction to it. We're gonna show you something today in probably 2 or 3 minutes that I think flat out is a stupid question. Okay? Because if people think, oh, Reid, you're being soft on Speck. No, the reason I didn't label that yesterday is because I had to leave room for things that might actually be stupid, and then we got one. Anyway, we'll get to that in a couple minutes.
This comes in from Looney Len, and it's a good point on the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Don't forget to tell Reid it's also the real test, that also the real test is timed. And that's part of the pressure. And what we're talking about is the Wonderlic test, which I have in my hands. We get that. I'm just giving you all and Reid the gist. So just so everyone knows.
It's going to be different because Jay's reading me the questions, so we're not worrying too much about...
But you did 4 questions during the break.
Yes.
And I timed you.
Yes.
I put you under the gun.
And now, was I done in time for those?
Yes.
Okay.
So as this test goes on, too, it should be noted, it gets considerably more difficult.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So 3 more questions quickly for you, Reid.
Okay.
K blank typing at school. Study, studies, studying, be studying.
Can you say that again?
K.
That's a person's name.
Okay,
sorry.
Blank typing at school. Study, studies, studying, be studying.
Studies.
B. I blank the laughter from the conference room. Hear, hears, hearing is hearing.
Hear.
This set of books blank on that shelf. Goes, go, going, gone.
That set of books goes on that shelf.
Okay. Hysterical means A, out of control, B, in trouble, C, very loud, D, too difficult.
Out of control.
To ignite.
Well, we're doing a whole bunch.
We're doing 7.
Okay.
To ignite is to A, pay no attention, B, make fun of, C, set on fire, D, run an engine.
Set on fire.
An inaccuracy is A, mistake, B, type of medicine, C, prison, D, chance happening.
A mistake.
Okay, we'll keep doing this.
I found it not that challenging to this point. I think I've got them all right. I don't know if you were grading me as I went.
Well, I got another one for you for the break, too.
I can't believe I'm doing a Wonderlic live on a show that I get to work on. That's pretty cool. Keep clicking the thumb, or if you haven't already, click the thumbs up on YouTube. Please jump in there and do that. We're already at 64. We want to get to 100. If we got to 100 in the first hour, that would be incredible. It is an Oilers game day. We know what happened last night. Not only did they lose, Janmark didn't finish the game. We'll see if he can play tonight. Maybe Kapanen could come in. Maybe they have to go with 11 forwards and 6 defensemen. The ice time last night, was it not to most people's liking?
Yeah.
Everybody played, well, Janmark got hurt, but everybody played at least
over
10 minutes.
10 minutes, yeah.
Mangiapane played 10-16. Lazar played 10-13. So those were the 2 low guys. McDavid did play 22-02. Bouchard played 22-16. Draisaitl played 20-35. They spread it around. I thought some of the depth guys actually played pretty well. And Knoblauch had them out in some key situations and late in the game. And quite frankly, I know we'll dive into this more a little bit later on. I don't know if it was the depth guys who were largely at fault in some of the plays last night.
Well, I text you right after I believe the Ducks had tied it up 4-4. And he went right with the 4th line, or what was the new 4th line. Mm-hmm. And they got the cycle going in Anaheim's end, which led to a power play for Edmonton. Right? So that's what more would you ask for out of that line? Now, it's to be determined what happens tonight because Janmark left that game with an injury.
Right.
So what the 4th line looks like tonight, nobody really knows. But I do feel that they may have an impression on this game, Reid.
All right. We'll have the Oil Understood coming up a little bit later on. Okay, so Coob, do you have this video ready? I didn't look up the reporter's name because I don't want to get too mean about it. But here's when was this from? Last night? Yesterday?
Yeah, I believe yesterday.
Sometime yesterday. Macklin Celebrini taking a question.
Do you have any empathy for the United States having won since 1980? Miracle on Ice. So it's a lot of excitement here in the United States that happened at your expense.
No, I mean, no.
Coop, can you play it again? I think we had to crank up the volume just a bit if you can.
Do you have any empathy for the United States having won since 1980? Miracle on Ice. So it's a lot of excitement here in the United States that happened at your expense.
No, I mean, no.
Okay, I don't know who asked it, and I don't want to find out because then I don't want it to be like, oh, Reid's picking on this guy, or maybe I'm going to interview this person sometime. I'd sooner not know. Do you have any empathy for the United States? Getting the gold medal after having not won in 1980. That's a legitimately terrible question. That's a legitimately terrible question because he's basically saying, do you kind of feel good for them? Empathy means the ability to understand and share the feelings of another. Well, you know what? I'm gonna celebrate just a little bit because it's been so long since the United States won gold. I mean, first of all, how old's Celebrini again, Coop?
19 years old.
He's even younger than you are.
Yeah.
Referencing 1980 to a 19-year-old? Come on. You might as well reference the Paleozoic era.
Yeah. Dinosaurs.
So it's either happened in his lifetime or it hasn't. They beat Celebrini's team. Did that report? What is that reporter thinking? Is he actually thinking maybe Celebrini thinks it's cool the States won because they hadn't won in so long? You know how many Olympic gold medals Macklin Celebrini has won? 0.
Yeah. I think the part of that where it stems from is that he plays in a U.S. market. And you're asking a young player a few days after the heartbreaking loss, hey, do you now have some empathy? And I just find it such a strange question because should the San Jose Sharks make the playoffs this year? Okay. Let's say they crawl their way in there and they get the second wild card and they get destroyed by Colorado in the first round, 4-1. Does that same reporter come back and ask, doing his job,
right,
covering the San Jose Sharks, asking, do you have any empathy for Cale Makar and Nathan McKinnon now that they're moving on to the Stanley Cup final?
Yeah, like you, they lost the gold medal game, but now they got to win something that you didn't win, but still.
What is that?
That to me, that's weird. But I'm not. I know not all my questions are good, or sometimes I ask a question and it doesn't go anywhere. But that's what do you call that? Tone deaf, or just lack of awareness.
Not even reading the room. Well, Celebrini, his dad, Rick Celebrini, being in the Bay Area, part of a U.S. team, he's around the States, but that heartbreak is unimaginable.
What I think the blinders were put on there.
Yeah,
that seemed like a very personal question from the reporter.
Yeah,
hoping that Celebrini says, well, you got to hand it to him or something like that. Speck's question to McDavid yesterday, say what you want about it. It needed to be asked. Okay, Oilers fans needed to hear firsthand from Connor McDavid just how pissed off he was about that.
Right.
You have to know that. This is not for anybody's information. This is strictly the reporter trying to, and I don't know, we've all seen what's been going on social media with different members of the media talking about this and politicizing it. This is another example of, I think, just stepping outside of your lane much too far,
right,
to be associated with professional sports and the NHL.
And using the word empathy, to me, if you were going to ask that, it would almost be do you have some empathy for Kevin Fiala? went over there, or for Crosby.
Sure.
You saw Crosby go down. You're back now trying to chase a playoff spot, Macklin. You must have some empathy for Sid and Fiala. And then he'd be like, yeah, we're over there representing our countries, and it's a short tournament, and now we can't come back and do the jobs for the organizations that pay us. Sure. But like that is, but you're right. It's probably an American reporter. And I get he was sent there to get Macklin's reaction to not winning, but that's a weird way to frame it. To me, that is far weirder than how Speck framed his question. Do you have some empathy for the U.S. and how they're feeling? I mean, to me, just come out and say, hey, man, you play in a U.S. market. What's it like turning on every channel and social media account you open for the last 2 days? You got to see these guys celebrate. Like, even that might be a dickish question, but at least it's a question. Well, that you might want to be like, how does Macklin feel about it?
But you heard Jamie Cartmel shut down a question, right?
Oh, but related to the celebration at the White House and stuff. Sure.
Somebody on that team could have said San Jose Sharks related questions only, or Team Canada questions only.
Right.
That wouldn't have been outside the realm. Big Dave says in the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox, you can send your opinions in 780-218-9999. The other reporters laughing when he asked that is just a chef's kiss on how stupid that question is.
Yeah. And I generally hate to do this because I do the job. And I'm not perfect. And, I got to try to be accountable to my audience and try to ask questions that, the people who watch this show will think are relevant and hopefully get a good answer. And, so that's why a lot of times if people say, well, this reporter screwed up, I'll say, well, maybe this is what he or she was thinking. Maybe this was some tension in the situation that we didn't see. But that's just flat out like, what do you expect? Like, to me, that's not even taking us. Like, I'll ask questions sometimes. We're like, I'm just going to take a swing. I did it before the break with the high sticking penalties to Knoblauch. I knew that was a risky question. I didn't really get a great answer. He kind of, he gave me an answer, but it wasn't great. To me, this is not even like, what are you taking a swing at?
Yeah. I think it was a very personal question that it simply did not need to be asked.
Anyway, we wanted to play that and just some context because we spent a good chunk of the show, a couple segments on the show talking about specs and everything. I got texts from people around the country.
Yes, you did,
which is interesting. I got a limerick. From my number one fan, James Barrels.
Hey,
he is the first one to take up the challenge, so bonus points to him today with a Hutt limerick. They say that if Han was wearing a Speedo, he wouldn't have shot Greedo. With exposed handle and butt, the job for the Hutt wouldn't have been foiled by the Tatooine tuxedo. That is really good.
Wow.
That is really good. Speedo, Greedo, tuxedo rhyming butt and Hutt. I mean, the third line maybe could have been a little more concise, but that's really good.
Very well done.
That's a top.
There's a lot of visuals on that.
That's true. It takes
Can you read that again?
Theater of the mind.
It is a theater of the mind. I really appreciate that, JB.
They say that if Han was wearing a Speedo, he wouldn't have shot Greedo. With exposed handle and butt, the job for the Hutt wouldn't have been foiled by the Tatooine tuxedo.
That's really good.
That's really good. Yeah, it does.
You got a future as a limerick.
It's a callback, and it's like a callback to the first Star Wars movie, and then Jabba was in the third one, Return of the Jedi, and a famous scene with Han shooting Greedo, and then that was changed in the reissue because Han basically murders him. Greedo's like, "Hey, you owe me some money." "No, I don't." "You're dead." and then they changed it so that Greedo shot at Han first, and it's like, "Oh, Han's just killing him in retaliation to the guy missing him from 4 feet away." Anyway, that's a pretty good one coming in to Reid at EdmontonSportsTalk.com. All right. Jay's play of the day is coming up. We're going to get into the Oil Understood. We got some goaltending stuff to look at. I have a stat about goals against that does really not bode well for the Oilers' playoff hopes. Please don't hate me for putting that out there. Jay has some stuff to get to as well. Here comes the Coop.
Game 2 of 3 down in California for the Oilers. It's Artemi Panarin and the Kings tonight at 8:30. Connor Ingram gets a start after relieving Tristan Jarry of his duties last night in a 6-5 loss to the Ducks over in Anaheim. Tom Gazzola, Ben Thompson dive into the game during the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. They get going at 7:30 right here on EST. Around the NHL, it's a Kraken playing the Blues. Calgary and San Jose hit the ice down in Cali, while we see a couple big boys going at it as Minnesota and Colorado drop the puck. 10 games over in the NBA tonight. It's the Lakers taking on the Suns at 7. Both teams on a 2-game skid. LA sitting on the bubble, holding 6th in the West, while the Suns are 7th in the conference. Spurs and the Nets also tip off with the Raptors back in action against the Wizards on Saturday. Over in baseball, 4 games live in spring training. It's the Mariners up 8-6 on the Guardians, bottom of the 8th and end of the 7th. The Padres trail the Reds 10-9. Toronto and Tampa have first pitch at 11:05 tomorrow morning. This sports update is brought to you by Paramount Flooring. From custom homes to small renovations, Edmonton's top builders and contractors rely on Paramount Flooring. Their in-house team handles everything from selections to completions, keeping projects on track and on time. Visit their showroom, open 7 days a week, or find them at ParamountFlooring.ca. Jay's Play of the Day up next here on the Reid Wilkins Show. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
The Oil Stream.
Their deadline cap space projected at $12,009. Projected playoff cap space, $1,963,334.
This is shaping up to be maybe not a great season. That's sort of where I've been looking, for a while. And even at the beginning of the season, I think I had them at 96 or 97 points.
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
River Cree Resort and Casino and K97 present the baddest show on earth. George Thorogood and the Destroyers, March 19th in the venue. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Real fans don't stroll in at puck drop. They claim territory. They study the screens. They get into their spot, which is why this matters. The Canadian Brewhouse now has happy hour. Brand new. Tons of options. And the good stuff, like our 8-inch 2-topping RCM pizza and our signature Caesar. Monday to Saturday, 2 till 6 p.m. starting at $3.99. That's more than enough reason to come early. New happy hour at the Canadian Brewhouse. If you're serious about game day, we'll see you for happy hour.
Looking for flooring? Paramount Flooring has it all. Sales, service, and expert installation. With options for every style and budget, open 7 days a week. We've got you covered. Quick delivery and in-stock deals. Plus, EST listeners get 10% off. Visit ParamountFlooring.ca today.
This might be one of the most fun days at work I've ever had. Any job, any time in my life. So, show's off and running. We got an Oilers game day. We got Oilers stuff to break down. You're giving me a Wonderlic test live on air.
Yes.
I had a Star Wars themed limerick come in from a guy who usually tries to pick at me, decides to make me happy today. That's amazing. And some of the off-air shenanigans that you and I have got into have just continually brought a smile to my face, though these can never be discussed live on air. I'm just like a pig rolling in his own slop today. That's how happy I am.
Yes, you're a happy boy.
I'm a happy little pig.
Collingwood Rob, I appreciate what you're saying. Here's what he said. The Wonderlic questions would be better if asked if Jay went slow. Jay slowed.
You expect me to talk?
Down.
No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die.
Slower, Jay, slower.
Why?
Well, I probably just to understand so people can play along. The reason I've been going at that pace is to kind of mimic the speed at which you need to answer them, because this is timed.
Right.
So for the questions I'm asking you, because every break I've been giving this to Reid, and he's been knocking off a page at a time, and I have been timing. So let's do a couple here, okay, Reid? So for these 3 questions, choose the sentence in which the underlined word has the same meaning as it does in the sentence within the brackets. Now, to you listening, this is going to be hard.
Yeah, well,
so
even
here's
to me listening, I get it. Okay.
Okay, so this is the sentence within the brackets. Spencer looks fit now that he jogs every day. The underlined word within that is fit.
Okay.
Spencer looks fit now that he jogs every day. So here's your options. A, to stay fit, you must eat right. B, that piano will never fit in here. C, does that shirt still fit you? D, in a fit of anger, I broke the plate.
A.
Okay, so
Right.
we can do this, right?
Okay. Let's just do one more now, because we got to get to your stuff.
This is in the brackets. To make twice the number of cookies, double all ingredients.
Double is
the
underlined.
word that is underlined.
I could hear it in your voice, Jay.
Tom's double to right field won the game.
No.
The actor's double does the dangerous scene.
No.
He said, in quotes, please double the paper along the dotted line, end quote. D, you can double your paycheck by working over the weekend.
D, it means 2 times. So this is how they want to see if you know language. There's a lot of different usage for the word double. The original usage specifically meant 2 times.
Yeah.
Add another unit, so to speak. If you know how to talk about adding units and allotting units, things like that.
Well, yeah, for those that didn't that joined or just joining us now, today is the start of what is an annual tradition, has become the
yearly custom that became an annual tradition.
The NFL Combine's underway. Part of it is the Wonderlic test. So I have been administering a Wonderlic test to the great Reid Wilkins throughout the show, and will continue to do so.
It's Jay, it's play, he's Jay, it's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
Presented by Play Alberta, gaming made easy anytime, anywhere. With Play Alberta, you have a full casino experience right at your fingertips. Play from your phone, tablet, or computer whenever works for you. Play smart, play local. Remember to use your game sense.
Okay, Reid. This is a positive vibes play. You can ride with the glue guy. You don't have to. But this is a positive vibes play for tonight. You know who hasn't scored in 14 games, Reid?
It's been longer than that for Frederick. The Lord's work man?
The Lord's work man, Curtis Lazar.
All right.
I thought Curtis Lazar played a good game last night. What was he, 9 of 13 in the faceoff dot?
Yeah, pretty good.
69%.
Yeah.
I like the way he played. I've liked the way Curtis Lazar has played since he's been injected into this lineup. So that's it. Knoblauch seems to be rolling the lines. If Janmark's not in there, and we'll see what happens. Maybe Kapanen's back. I don't know.
Right.
But it does look like these lines are going to get some more action. A good old greasy goal, Reid. A stuff it in front of the net goal from Curtis Lazar, doing the Lord's work in front of the net. That's the play of the day. Curtis Lazar to score a goal. And boy, oh boy, it's a number. Jay's play of the day, you can head over to playalberta.ca, click on sports, click on EST specials. Curtis Lazar, 1 or more goals, boosted to plus 1475.
Really?
So what would that say on your...
I'm just double checking it now. Jay's play of the day, basically 16 to 1, 15.75 to 1.
Not bad.
Put something on that.
Hey, and it couldn't happen to a better guy, right? Hard work pays off, Curtis. There you go.
That's cool. They gave you that one.
Oh yeah, why not? I mean, but I do like it. Last time I tried a Curtis Lazar goal, he roofed one and it went over the net. Like do you remember that? I was jumping off my couch because I thought
Yesterday?
it happened. No, this was before pre-Olympic break.
Okay,
yeah, obviously.
Well, that line wasn't bad.
Yeah.
I mean, Mangiapane was firing away. Didn't Frederick finish with 6 hits?
6 hits. Was that? Hey, I'll tell you, coming back from the Olympic break, that was a noticeably good start.
I will say this, and we're going to get into the Oil Understood a little bit later on. In terms of what the Oilers did inside the offensive blue line, I have no problem with it, even from the depth guys.
Yep.
I mean, they forechecked. They played simple for most of the night. I thought they worked hard along the boards. And all 4 lines in the offensive zone. Clearly, the high-end guys are going to be more productive and keep more plays alive. But in terms of how the Oilers played in the offense, because you know how sometimes, the play just dies when they're on the ice. Like, sure, Anaheim got the puck out and stopped some of the Oilers' attack. But for the most part, I have no problem with what the Oilers did in the offensive end.
Correct.
It's other areas of the ice and other positions that were big problems that that we're going to dive into. Happy to get your feedback on that or whatever else you want to talk about. You can text the afternoon inbox, 780-218-9999. It's presented by River Cree Resort and Casino. The Tap 25 happy hour features $5.25 drinks, all beers, including bottle and draft, import and domestic, select premium well highballs, and select premium wine served at Tap 25, Center Bar, Onyx, and on the casino floor. This is available Sunday to Thursday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Okay, we have our second clue in the Hudson's Canada's Pub Mystery Athlete of the Game. No one has won it yet?
No, sir.
Second clue is Blues. First clue, Devils. Second clue, Blues. First correct answer to the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox, 780-218-9999, is the winner. And maximum 3 guesses per person. Okay? So we'll keep rolling with that. Who was it yesterday? I forgot already. Oh, Timo Hartikainen. It was Timo Hartikainen yesterday.
Shamu
won it. Right. So Shamu can't win for another 3 weeks.
That's right. But the Olympic break pretty much cleared the slate for everyone else.
Cleared the break for everybody else. So we'll see what we get today. Okay, we're coming up to 4 o'clock. We have the Oil Understood. You're going to hear from Knoblauch. You're going to hear from Jarry after he got pulled. And we want to hear from you. I mean, was that same old last night? Are you less optimistic? Even less optimistic about the Oilers after last night? Or are you clinging to hope that was a one-off after the break? I don't think it was. I mean, under different if they'd gone into the break having won gone 6-2-2 in their last 10 and only allowing 2.5 goals per game, I could say, you know what, that's a weird one. That's a one-off, but it kind of didn't feel like a one-off. Anyway, 4 o'clock break and then the coop.
The Lock Shop.
I would argue in the East, if you're an East team, it is as wide open as it's maybe ever been.
Yeah.
With the couple teams that are missing the playoffs. I kind of think of the East in some ways, kind of like the NFL was this year in the AFC, where, there's a whole bunch of teams that you probably expected to be a heck of a lot better that are usually there when I had all these high hopes for Jersey.
The Lock Shop, weekday mornings at 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
You've always known GCL Diesel as the experts in diesel fuel systems, but did you know that GCL is also your source for turbochargers and turbo repair? As a turbo supplier for Garrett, Borg Warner, and Holset, GCL can provide genuine original equipment turbos at wholesale prices. Whether it's diesel, gas, natural gas, or performance, we can provide you with the turbo or custom repair you require. Turbo questions? We've got turbo answers. Visit us in the West End or online at GCLDiesel.com. GCL Diesel, turbochargers, understood.
Edmonton. Be part of history. Support Canada Soccer's men's national team as they battle Uzbekistan in the final send-off series ahead of the FIFA World Cup. Monday, June 1st at 7 p.m. at Commonwealth Stadium. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.ca.
Time for a new career in 2026? Or maybe your kid is still pondering their path.
good news. Weiss Johnson is hiring. It's Dennis, and not only are we hiring for heating and air conditioning, we're also looking for experienced plumbers and gas fitters. With the growth in residential development, there's no shortage of opportunities at Weiss Johnson. Choose your path with us. Learn from one of the industry leaders, and we will grow together. Receive great benefits and school reimbursement as well. Visit weiss-johnson.com today.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
The second game in as many nights for the Oilers as they face off against Artemi Panarin and the Kings. 8:30 puck drop from Crypto.com Arena. Connor Ingram in between the pipes for this one. He relieved Tristan Jarry of his duties yesterday in a 6-5 loss to the Ducks. Tom Gazzola, Ben Thompson get into the matchup during the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. That gets going at 7:30 right here on EST. Around the NHL, there's 12 games on tap total. The Flames and Sharks dance. The Avalanche take on the Wild, and the Panthers and Leafs face off. 3 games live in baseball. The Padres and Reds knotted at 10 aside. Bottom of the 8th and top of the 9th. Seattle trails Cleveland 8-6. The Jays have first pitch as they get back to it with the Rays tomorrow at 11:05. They lost 8-7. Toronto earlier today against the Marlins. On the court, the Pacers meet the Hornets. Atlanta plays host to Washington, while the 76ers and Heat tip off. It's Toronto back in action Saturday against Washington. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your sports update. The second hour of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
It is a game day for your Edmonton Oilers. Game 2 of their 3-game road trip. They are visiting the Los Angeles Kings. Another 8:30 start, so 7:30 right here on EST for the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show, hosted by Tom Gazzola. The Oilers first in the NHL on the power play, 31.7%. Kings power play 26th, 16.5%. Neither PK very good. Oilers 25th at 77%. Kings just behind in 28th at 76.3%. The Oilers are third in the Pacific Division. The Kings are the best non-playoff team, 3 points behind Seattle for the last wildcard spot. Edmonton 28, 23, and 8. And LA 23, 20, and 14. The Kings are 4-6 in shootouts, so that means they've also lost 8 times in overtime. LA's goal differential worse than I thought it was single digits. LA's goal differential is -17. Edmonton is +3. So just some of the stats for tonight. Oilers have lost 4 in a row. Kings have lost 3 in a row. Something's got to give tonight. All right. If you're watching on YouTube today, we thank you. If you have not already given us a thumbs up, click that thumbs up button.
Click, click, click. Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb, thumb, thumb.
And then we try to get to 100 every show. We're already at 80, so we need 20 thumbs to get to 100. So
we're doing
if
good.
you haven't done
Keep
it already, don't delay. You know what? We might as well push today. Let's see if we can get to 100 and... Goob, what's going on?
I don't know.
Are you okay?
Who's giving us sign
Does it
language?
smell like burning?
Maybe.
All right. What did I say? Did I say something incorrect?
No.
No.
Okay.
No, I'm just having
He was
fun.
just
Don't mind me.
making light of the fact that we need 20 more thumbs.
Okay.
20.
All right.
yes.
Sorry, I'm easily confused, especially when I say. So our off-topic topic has basically turned into me doing the Wonderlic over the course of the show.
Yeah,
All
that's right.
So we'll do some more questions a little bit later
Yeah.
on. Let's do the oil understood. It is presented by GCL Diesel, providers of the best diesel engine components around. From turbochargers to injectors, fuel pumps to sensors, they are the critical engine component experts. Proud to serve Edmonton and Northern Alberta for over 50 years, and now a partner of Edmonton Sports Talk and the Reid Wilkins Show. GCL Diesel. Diesel. Understood. Okay. Where do you want to begin? Well, before we get into some of the clips from last night's game, let's just you and I talk about it a little bit. Again,
You want to just talk?
As I said, I didn't have a problem with what they did in the offensive zone. You score 5 times. You have... yes, you have the usual suspects getting points, sure. But, you have Savoy, nice 3-point light. You have Podkolzin getting an assist. Ekholm with a couple of helpers. And I thought you had good offensive shifts from a lot of players. I know some guys still, we were praising the Lazar line. I know they still wind up a minus on the night. But, he won a lot of faceoffs. I guess the penalty kill was better because they only allowed 1 power play goal against.
Yeah.
I know I put on Twitter last night that they got 5 goals without getting a power play goal. I should clarify that the first unit didn't get the power play goal. I should have clarified that, but I think you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, McDavid, Bouchard, and Draisaitl all scored on the power play. Savoy got the power play goal, so the second unit often doesn't play a lot and surely doesn't score a lot. You started the game well with the nice play to Roslovic. I thought the first 10 minutes were good, simple, worked hard, got the puck to the net, killed a penalty. So again, I can't fault the offensive zone. And I'll even say I can't fault the special teams necessarily because the PK has been such a disaster. At least you didn't lose the game just because you couldn't kill penalties. And you got a second unit power play goal. Look, it's obvious Jarry is struggling. Look, I have some goaltending numbers, and these are, I'm going to say these are different numbers than ones I usually talk about, or we usually talk about. This is not save percentage. This is not goals against average. This is not high danger chances. It's something else that I'll get to that I've been paying more attention to because I think it's a good indicator maybe of how the goalie is playing. The thing that befuddles me, Jay, and I don't think this was a night of giving up multiple 2-on-1s or breakaways or 3-on-1s. This wasn't a night of silly passes up the middle of the ice that get intercepted. The Bouchard syndrome from early in the season where it's like, where is he putting the puck? Now, Nurse obviously fumbled the puck leading to the game-winning goal and had to retreat into his own end, and then the Oilers couldn't recover. But it's just, you get the lead, they tie it, and then after the second period, that should have been it's over. It is over. Good teams choke that game out, so to speak. Put it to bed. No life. Instead, Anaheim scores twice right at the start of the period. It's great, we're tied again.
Yeah.
And it's just A, not getting a save, and then B, I don't. It's almost, and I don't want to say it's everybody, but it's just almost like this passive defending, where they're not sure what to do, or maybe they're so afraid of making a mistake and getting beat cleanly, they're dropping back too much. I noticed it a lot with Nurse and Wallman last night, and I'm curious, and this is one of those things where sometimes we use numbers in this, and sometimes I just say this is what I feel like I saw. Did anybody else feel this? Because people might say, you know what, Reid, I think you might have missed some stuff, which is fair. This is just me kind of watching the game, and after a while thinking, did Nurse and Wallman almost back up into their goaltender's lap when they're defending a 2-on-2? Why does a 2-on-2 turn into a shot from the hash mark? It seems. Mm-hmm. Now, the Seneca goal, that's not a good goal. But Nurse how far is he going to back up? Wallman did it several times. He backs up and then tries to block the shot. Do you not have to stand up at some point and not allow that entry? Or give your back checker time to catch up?
Force Seneca outside to the wall?
Yes.
Like you're supposed to do, like you're taught. That was a strange play, Reid. I agree. I mean, Seneca took that where? Right at the face-off dot, pretty much. And Nurse was still backing up. So was Walman. I mean, Nurse's ass almost ran into Jarry.
Yes.
So, not a great goal for Jarry. But B, what is that? Why? Like, you can't even say that's like Finland-esque, where the Oilers had a 4-2 lead, and they're just dumping it, trying to hang on.
Yeah.
That was just no wherewithal.
Yeah. That's so. Is Paul Coffey going to fix that? I don't know.
Oof. Think of the film he's been watching.
I don't know, and I don't want to. I don't want to put this all on the Walman Nurse pairing, but they didn't have a good night. I didn't think they have a good night. Look, we kind of know Nurses. I kind of hate bringing up his name because then we just get 9.25. I think we know, regardless of what Darnell is paid, he can be kind of an up and down player. Okay, there's not as much of an offensive dimension to his game as you would like for a player making that much money, but he can play well. He can shut down. He can make subtly good defensive plays. Walman, to me, has been, because I had pretty high expectations for Walman. I got to say, I feel a little foolish about that. Overall, I don't think he's been good. He makes silly, I quite frankly think he makes silly decisions too often and just doesn't seem to be solid. I think he's very good with the puck most of the time. He does have a big shot. But again, just defensively, sometimes I'm like, where are they going? And there's one guy that in terms of the game-winning goal, I got to bring up. And that's Leon Draisaitl, who, yes, is one of the best players on the team and is incredibly important and who had a pretty good game. So, okay, Nurse loses the puck, kind of over chases the guy, gets off balance, spins out of position. Walman is guarding the side of the net on that play as opposed to checking the man in front.
A very dangerous side of the net. High danger opportunities there.
And then Leon gets back, to his credit, Leon gets back like he should do. And then I really think Leon got back and said, I'm going to dare Carlson to make this cross seam pass.
Bait him.
I'm going to I'm going to bait him and I'm going to knock it down and we're going to go the other way. So the guy who says, we got to wake up, we got to defend better, we got to get going, is still cheating for offense when the other team has the puck off for turnover in their own end.
Nailed it.
So he tried. No, he's good enough to knock that pass down.
Not in that instance.
He's good enough, but he missed it. Like if he just gets his body back, even if he doesn't go to, it was a Gauthier, right? Even if it doesn't go to him, even if he just stands further back, then Carlson thinks, oh crap, Leon's entire body is in the way.
Yeah,
I can't even see who I'm trying to pass to. As opposed to him thinking, oh, okay, Leon's waving his stick. I'll just fire it as hard as I can, and he knocks it down and scores, even if he doesn't one-time it. And that's what happened. So
and the angle read on the broadcast made it so crystal clear that he was standing there, ass up ice. Like it was a very odd defensive posture. Something that, I mean, you talked about Nurse and Walman backing in almost into their goalie. I don't know that I've ever seen a defender defend with their stick towards their own goaltender, trying to pick up. Like, what if he does tap that? What if it goes off his stick? And you know what I mean? Like, it's just it was a weird look. Whereas you easily could have taken 2 strides and you're covering a person, a body, right? If there's nobody in your zone, move your zone. Don't stay in your zone. Find another zone that has somebody in it. Very tough look, but I thought you were going to play your cat's meowing noise because that's, we've heard words a lot, Reid.
Meow. Meow.
We have heard words a lot.
Well, and that was what we talked about yesterday. Words are one thing. Put that forward on the ice.
Yeah.
Show those in actions.
Yeah.
And it's just a tough look. The guy that was beating that drum the most prior to the Olympic break, post-Olympic break, doubling down on it. Doesn't look all that great on the game-winning goal.
And again, the a lot of times, well, most of the time when we're criticizing the third and fourth line, It's because they don't do anything in the O-zone. I thought they answered the bell. I mean, I know people are saying, well, Reid, you have to score. Yeah, at some point you have to score, for sure. But Savoy gets promoted, gets 3 points. I thought Roslovic had a fairly decent game. I mean, we know he can snipe. And again, the other guys checked. Like, I know there's a lot of talk about Henrique slowing down. Like, I thought he was at least around the puck. I thought they were going to the net. You know, hey, like Frederick, like if you didn't know what Frederick's stats were for the season,
right?
If you just watched him play last night, you'd be thinking like, oh, that's not bad. Like, couple shot attempts, 6 hits, you know, like was noticeable. And then just when they get into their own end, you know, it's a missed coverage or a passive defensive play or a goaltender not coming up with a big save. I mean, I thought Ingram went in and made a couple good saves. And when he first dove across, I thought he got that one on the game-winning goal. Now, I'm not going to get too much into that because I thought he should have played. Clearly, he's going to play tonight. After the game, Chris Knoblauch on Tristan Jarry.
Yeah, obviously I wasn't happy with the goaltending, the goals that we gave up, especially in the third period. I didn't like those, and definitely there was other mistakes there, but part of it is you need better goaltending, and tonight wasn't one of his best games.
Were you surprised he got yanked with 13 minutes left?
Yes. Just because you don't normally see that.
Usually it's like, hey, you're finishing the game.
Yeah. You're in the crease, you're finishing the game. I just thought yesterday was a different side of Chris Knoblauch that we haven't really seen surface this year. Have you seen him MFing the refs from the bench about a penalty call?
Yeah, but not often. Or you'll see it, or you almost see him do it to himself, like,
right,
blank me, like, come on.
But this was emphatic. This was purposeful.
Right.
And then to make a decision like that, which I'm not saying it was a wrong decision, but because here's kind of what I was thinking, Reid. I feel that was presented to him by powers that be above him to say Tristan Jarry's our number one. Play him like it. That's in my little pea brain, okay? He may not agree with that, but Tristan Jarry's getting paid a hell of a lot of money. They don't want to pay that netminder that much money to sit on the bench and watch Connor Ingram in the net. That was about enough of what of Chris Knoblauch, of what he had seen from Tristan Jarry last night.
Right.
Because he didn't have it. The first goal was terrible. The second goal, there was a lot of.
The first one was the shot over the shoulder, right?
Yeah. But there was a lot of. I bet you'd want that one back, and that's just, you can't have 2 or 3 of those in one night. If he might have even pulled them earlier, but I don't know.
But they had the lead most of the night.
True enough. That's fair enough. But I think that was just okay. I don't care. I've seen enough. Have you, that's not normal.
No, you don't often see that. No, it was 3 goals in 7.5 minutes, whatever it was. So maybe he just thought, like, I don't think we can. He's basically saying, I don't think you can win us the game. I don't think you can not allow the 6th one or the 7th one.
Yeah, the first goal was at 1 minute and 30 in.
Oh, the goal of the third, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
But the very first goal of the game was a shot where I thought, well, that's exactly the goaltending that the Oilers got from Stu. That mid-range shot that just find its way in.
Yes.
Right.
I mean, I thought immediately once Connor Ingram went in, I just feel like he's a big giant pillow. Like everything just gets absorbed into his body. I mean, that goal by Gauthier, the winner, I mean, he was left hung out to dry, but nearly got it.
Yep. Well, at least he was diving across.
Yes.
But there was that one other play. He read the play to his right, made the save. Even the first shot he faced, he had to make sure he trapped that under his arm. And that's my thing with Ingram. And I'm not saying he's perfect. And I know he's had a couple of tough starts. But it just seems like the pucks don't get through him. You know what I mean? That
I agree.
Or if they do, it doesn't happen often. You know, then you think, okay, well, the next one's not getting through him. Here's Tristan Jarry on the Oilers giving up the lead.
It's tough. The game's kind of going back and forth, but obviously if I make a extra save here or there, the game could be different. So I think just being better from that and just keep working.
A little more from Jarry after the game.
I think if I can maybe find one of those through the screens, or maybe I'm able to handle a rebound here or there, maybe the puck doesn't go in the middle, and I'm able to handle that a little bit better.
Yeah, we've heard Jarry before. He doesn't say a ton in his interviews. I think that's just his personality. So, but there was the one post game where I think I and some other people felt he was deflecting a little bit. He's kind of now more saying, "Yeah, I got to find a puck. I got to find a save." On a night on which a really good goalie at the other end, you got 5 past him.
Yeah,
like 5. If you would have told me they're getting 5 on Dostal, I would have been like, "Well, that's a win." I mean, that's a nice luxury to get 5 on Dostal.
Yes. Most nights it is, Reid. Or it should be.
We're in the Canadian Brewhouse studio, of course. UFC 326 is live next Saturday, March 7th at the Canadian Brewhouse. Catch every punch, enjoy ice-cold drinks, and nonstop action. The Canadian Brewhouse, our house, is your house. All right, we want to get to some of your reaction coming into the River Cree inbox, 780-218-9999. In the Nasty Chat as well on YouTube. If you have not clicked the thumbs up on YouTube, please do so. We want to get over 100. We're almost there. So if you haven't given us a click, please do so. I have some other numbers on the goaltending I want to dive into. Here's the Coop.
The Oilers look to avoid 5 straight losses when they battle Artemi Panarin and the Kings at 8:30. Connor Ingram gets a start. He relieved Tristan Jarry of his duties last night in a 6-5 loss to the Ducks. It's Tom Gazzola and Ben Thompson going live with the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show to tee up the matchup. That goes live at 7:30 right here on EST. Around the NHL, the Flames and Sharks dance. The Avalanche take on the Wild, and the Panthers and Leafs face off on a 12-game slate to the court. The Pacers meet the Hornets. Atlanta plays host to Washington, while the 76ers and Heat tip off. Is Toronto back in action against Washington on Saturday. Elsewhere, ESPN's Tim McMahon has reported that Shea Gilgeous-Alexander has been cleared to return for the Thunder tomorrow. He's missed 9 straight games for OKC with an abdominal strain. This sports update is brought to you by Advantage Sports Medicine and Physiotherapy. Connor McDavid's got a team of specialists, and you've got a bag of frozen peas. Get the same locker room approach that's trusted by the best in the game. Call them at 780-460-9977 or visit their website at advantagesportmed.ca to book an appointment. Today, more with Reid and Jay after the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric.
Bruce Boudreau, Hockey Insider. In your experience with a veteran that's struggling like Darnell Nurse, what's the best way to go about it to get his game back?
Try to convince him to simplify your game. Sometimes it's less ice time. And I'm saying I'm not taking it away from you because you're playing bad. I want to take it away from you so you can gain your confidence.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric. Weekday mornings 6 to 9. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
When you cater with Royal Pizza, you're getting the same great pizzas, pastas, and salads you love, just bigger and built for a crowd. Perfect for teams, offices, or parties, Royal Pizza's catering brings real value around $10 per person. Delicious, high quality, and easy. If you like their pastas, you'll love their catering pastas even more. Visit royalpizza.ca or contact your local store for exact pricing and details.
So come on home, Royal Pizza, still making it great.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your game sense.
Since 1952, William Huff has been the heartbeat of Edmonton's advertising world. From humble beginnings to a citywide powerhouse, we've been the go-to for signage from print to design and installation. Partnering with Edmonton's top sports franchises and major events, we've helped shape the city's global reputation. Our secret? Unmatched customer service, decades of experience, and a passion for excellence we call the William Huff Advantage. Visit us online at williamhuff.com.
Appreciate you tuning in this afternoon. Norman, a combine in the Nasty Chat. Isn't he in Mexico?
I believe he is.
Is he checking in from the... is there a name for that? Is like the EST getaway? What's it called? Fly away to Mexico? Is there like a name for it? I don't even know.
Hop on a plane with Dusty and Eric?
With Dusty and Eric. Let them fly away.
The mystery plane?
The mystery.
Imagine if you had to sign up for that. And they'd say, look, we're not going to punk you, but we're not telling you where this plane's going.
Where it's landing.
It would take a lot of organization.
That's pretty good. Daryl Evans, who covers the Los Angeles Kings, is going to join us at 5 o'clock. He was going to try to do video, might have to do phone because of the traffic in Los Angeles. Imagine that.
Oh, really?
It's like, yeah. Wonder how many people I wonder if you're late for something in Los Angeles, if you have to walk in and be like, hey, sorry, traffic, or it's assumed it's traffic.
Well, wasn't that a movie quote from, what was that movie? The Irishman?
The Jimmy Hoffa one?
Yeah, where was it Al Pacino's character, wasn't he Hoffa? And he was having a meeting. And
was he Hoffa or was De Niro Hoffa?
De Niro was not.
De Niro was the
Irishman.
Right. But or was Pesci Hoffa?
No, I don't know. But I fell asleep.
It was too long.
It was way too long.
It could have been a really good 2 hours, 15 minutes, but it was too long.
The things they did to
Pacino played Hoffa.
Robert De Niro's character to make him look younger was just hard to watch.
Oh, yeah. There was a lot of that digital
stuff. But he
stuff.
said, no. 10 minutes is traffic. 20 minutes is late.
Oh.
Kind of something to that effect.
Okay, right. Fair enough. Tell you what, 780-218-9999 is how you text the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. That's where you send your guesses for the Hudson's Canada's Pub Mystery Athlete of the Game. You're trying to win a $25 GC to Hudson's. The third clue is Washington. So the clues have been Devils, Blues, Washington. First correct answer gets the GC, but again, you got to be a little calculated here. Maximum 3 guesses per person. You've been watching.
I've been monitoring.
We do not have a winner yet. Do you want to read any Oilers text first before we go on here?
Sure.
Phyllis says something the coach might consider when it's 1 minute before regulation, put your best defensive players and checkers out on the ice to try to get to overtime. Now, to be fair, so the Draisaitl line was on for the game-winning goal. The Lazar line was on right before that, I believe. Mm-hmm. So he probably was going that, Leon's line, Connor's line. But yeah, that's fair. You could maybe try to nurse it into overtime, get a point on the road.
Your favorite, Poop Stains, says, let's be honest, Nurse is absolutely terrible. If he was making league minimum, I think he would have been sent down to play with Josh Brown a long time ago.
Well, he might have had his ice time cut more than yeah. It's been frustrating. And I think it's almost that those two guys together just have not been good lately anyway.
Collingwood Rob says, How can coffee make an impact on overall Team D when our best players refuse to listen to their own criticism? I would say
to themselves. Yeah.
Look at the winning goal. Leon should have had that guy.
That's an excellent comment. Can't argue with that. All right. If you've not given us a thumbs up on YouTube, please do so. We're at 99, so let's get to 100 and then see how high we can go. I want to talk about something else here related to the goaltending. So on hockeyreference.com, I don't know what other sites this is on, but I see it on hockeyreference.com, and they do quality starts for goaltenders. Because, like, what is it, pitching in baseball, if you throw 5 or 6 innings and 3 or less earned runs or something like that, it's a quality start.
Okay.
So I think it's, and I know it's a complex team game, but it's basically saying, hey, this guy did enough to give his team a chance to win. You know, or a lot of nights this effort will result in a win for his team. So a quality start, according to hockeyreference.com, is your save percentage in the game is above the league average on that day. Okay?
Okay.
Or if you face 20 or fewer shots against, you have an .885 save percentage or better for that game, right? So using that metric, Tristan Jarry, in his 11 starts with the Edmonton Oilers, has 3 quality starts. 3. It's not a high number.
What is the league average right now, Reid?
You know what? I didn't check it today.
896.
It's probably a little under. Okay, so it's down to 896.
896.
Right. So if a goalie has a game with a 9, so if he, now again, you have to face 21 or more shots, which almost always happens. If you stop 90% of your shots based on what's happening in the NHL this year, you should have given your team a chance to win. That's actually now above average goaltending.
Okay.
Well, and certainly last night, that would have won the game for the Oilers.
Yes.
Because what were the shots? 25 for the Ducks?
Well, yeah.
29.
Jarry last night, Reid, was 792.
So even if Jarry would have allowed 3 goals against, technically he wouldn't have been given a quality start, but he would have got the win, which is even more important. So Tristan Jarry, 3 quality starts out of 11. Connor Ingram, 12 starts for the Oilers, 8 quality starts. I mean, that's a pretty wide discrepancy right there. And I think everybody understands. I know it's more complex than, like, let's just talk about what one guy does on the ice.
Sure.
But this kind of backs up what I've been seeing, that Ingram just makes more saves. Like you said, more pucks kind of stick to him or just don't get through, you know? Stuart Skinner played 23 games for the Oilers, 10 quality starts. So to roughly round it off, Tristan Jarry is at about a quarter of his games as an Oiler have been a quality start. Skinner was a little under 40%, and Ingram's at 67%. Like, it's clear Ingram's been the best goalie.
Yes.
With Pittsburgh, by the way. I had to look it up.
Yeah.
Jarry had 8 quality starts in 13. Stuart Skinner has 7 quality starts in 13. So both a little better than they were with the Oilers. So you might say, well, okay, so the team defense factors into this. It does.
It absolutely
does for sure. But then you have Connor Ingram, 8 quality starts out of 12. I just thought that was interesting to look up. Is it everything? No, but I think it's an interesting stat, and I think it sort of supports what I and some other people have been seeing.
What is the biggest difference, though, Reid, from last year to this year? Is it strictly personnel? Like, is that it? Did Edmonton Oilers fans underappreciate, not that they did, but a player like Brent Kulak?
No, I think Kulak was appreciated.
I know he was. He wasn't celebrated, but maybe as much as he should have been.
The second level of players has gone down. Like, over the last couple of years, Fogel's left, Cece's left. Certainly, well, I don't know if Perry even was a secondary player on this team. He may have been a primary player, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, the second and third wave players aren't as good as players on previous teams. But again, it doesn't excuse players like Nurse and Wallman, who have played better in other points in their career, for making some of the decisions they're making. Like, Leon Draisaitl shouldn't get off the hook for making a bad defensive play because Andrew Mangiapane is having a disappointing season. Like, those two things shouldn't be connected.
Sure.
But anyway, I just looked at quality starts. HockeyReference.com has it. And I think it's interesting. And I think it's telling, quite frankly.
So why not? I mean, look, last night's game and tonight's game, it was going to be a back-to-back. There was going to be two different goaltenders playing no matter what.
Right.
So why then does Ingram not take over as the guy that they're going to try ride with as number one? Is it strictly because of dollar value in contract?
Yeah, maybe. It's just like, well, Jarry's got the better resume, I guess. Though, like, again, Ingram 1 year tied for the league in shutouts. He's like we know, he's battled depression. He's battled mental health. So his playing time has been limited. When Connor Ingram has played in the NHL, he's been pretty good. And I think when he's played his AHL stuff with the Condors, that seems like centuries ago. That doesn't make sense compared to how he's playing.
Right.
He's been really good. I know it's a what if. Do you think they lose that game last night if Ingram plays the entire game? I'm prepared to say unlikely.
Yeah.
Even with some of the other gaffes that they made. Like, if Ingram has a solid game tonight, does he not have to play Saturday afternoon? I know it's almost a back-to-back because it's a quick matinee.
If the Oilers win tonight, Connor Ingram should be in between the pipes. No? If the Oilers win tonight and he's not in the starter's net.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
As long as he's not terrible. Yeah.
Well, okay. I mean, what? So if they win 7-5, then what?
They'll put Jarry in.
You think so?
Yes. Well, look how Knoblauch's behaved with the goalies already.
Yeah, I mean, what is it that we always say about Grant Fuhr? He just would let in one less than the other than they were scoring, right?
Right.
I mean, if you have a goaltender that's got you the win, I would stick with it. What's the best case scenario of tonight, Reid, for Connor Ingram to say?
Well, shut up.
To put a stat. Is that like you want a 4-0 victory?
Well, it doesn't have to be a shutout, but just like never allowing a goal that gives LA any life. Or if he allows one, that's it for the rest of that period.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just solid, eat up pucks, get in the way of pucks, nothing leaks through, make LA really earn anything that they get. Like, not a goal where you're like, oh, come on. Or like, seriously now? Like, that's what it felt like with that Seneca goal. I mean, yes, we talked about the defense backs in too much. They're too passive. I don't think they're committed enough, all that kind of stuff. But it's also like, seriously now? Like, Savoy just scored. Like, we should be... The topic today should have been Matt Savoy 3-point game.
Yes.
Local boy breaks out for big win coming out of the Olympics. And instead it's like, my God, they gave up 6. You know? Like, what do you want all year long? Somebody else have an offensive game. Somebody else carry the load offensively. Well, Matt Savoy had the most points of any Oiler last night. And we're talking about giving up 6 in the goaltending. Got a limerick here from Les. The Oilers choked like Jabba the Hutt. Their defensive play kicking their butt. Welcome back, Coffee. McDavid saucy. Spec questions sussing out the what's what. Pretty good. Choking like Jabba the Hutt. You know, Jabba the Hutt died.
Didn't he get choked out by chains?
Princess Leia. Princess Leia choked him. Yeah, you're right. You're right up on top of things.
Department of Nuge Defense, and maybe you can look into this. Reid, what is the percentage of quality starts of the top 5 goalies
in the league?
Yeah.
Okay, give me a sec. I can try to do this on the fly here. So where are we going here? Let's do this.
So we're going strictly by save percentage here?
No, I'm going to look up.
I mean, there's got to be.
Let's go by. Oh, this doesn't sort it that way, though. Crap. Well, here we go. Leaderboards and top 10s. Now, does it have quality starts for goaltenders? That's the only thing. Goals created. Wins, save percentage, goals against average. Okay, I'd have to. Okay, let's just look at Vasilevsky.
Yeah, I was just going to say, look at
Vasilevsky. That's a really good question. Vasilevsky has started 38 games. He has 28 quality starts. So basically 3/4. Ingram's at 2/3. No, I know he hasn't played as many games.
You know how many wins he has on the season?
28.
28.
Logan Thompson has played. He has started 40 games. Quality starts, 28. So just under 3/4. Where are the wins leaders here? So Vasilevsky's the wins leader. Second in wins. Oh, Vejmelka from Utah is second in wins in the NHL. How about that? He has 26 quality starts in 45 games. So he's a little under 2/3. So, I mean, who else is... Okay, Ottinger has 23 wins. He plays a lot. Ottinger has 37 starts, 21 quality starts. So a little over half. It's okay. Sorokin, he's the shutout leader. Sorokin has... Well, he's a little lower. 35 starts, 19 quality starts. Still over half. So Vasilevsky's way up there. So Ingram, based on his percentage of quality starts, is punching up there with a lot of guys. UC Saros, let's do him. UC Saros has 22 quality starts out of 44, right on half.
Right.
So basically, if you're over 50%, maybe you're doing pretty well.
Well, it just backs up what you're saying too.
Right.
I mean, what was Ingram at? About 60%?
Ingram's at 2/3, 8 out of 12.
2/3, 66%. So
here's Dostal. 38 games, 21 quality starts. So a little over half. So there's not a guy that has like 90% quality starts, but there's a lot of good goalies that are kind of around 60% of the games they give you a quality start. And you still might win some of the ones where you don't have a quality start. That's a really good question. Okay, Edmonton Sports Talk is presented by Play Alberta. Make your bets count for you and everyone else with the Play Alberta app. With hundreds of player prop bets on the biggest leagues, NFL, CFL, NHL, NBA, Major League Baseball, you name it. You're not just playing for fun, you're supporting your province. Play Alberta revenue helps fund Alberta programs and services. PlayAlberta.ca, the Play Alberta app. Go to EST Specials. Jay, what is your play of the day?
it's a Curtis Lazar goal, Reid. That's over at PlayAlberta.ca. Boosted to, it's a feel-good play. He's due. Hasn't scored in 14 games. Plus 1475 for the Curtis Lazar. The Lord's Work play of the day.
The Lord's Work play of the day from Jason Milne.
Can't go wrong.
Daryl Evans from the LA Kings broadcast booth coming up at the top of the hour. Here's the Coop.
The Oilers look to avoid 5 straight losses, battling Artemi Panarin and the Kings at 8:30. Connor Ingram in between the pipes. He relieved Tristan Jarry of his duties last night in a 6-5 win or loss to the Ducks. Tom Gazzola, Ben Thompson previewed the game during the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. An hour before puck drop at 7:30 right here on EST. 12 games in the NHL. The Flames and Sharks go at it. The Avalanche take on the Wild, and the Panthers and Leafs face off on the court. The Pacers meet the Hornets. Atlanta plays host to Washington, while the 76ers and Heat tip off Toronto and Washington throwdown on Saturday. Elsewhere, ESPN's Tim McMahon reported that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been cleared to return to play for the Thunder tomorrow. He's missed 9 straight games with an abdominal strain. This sports update is brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc. Locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and surrounding areas since 93. They have doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course, they have plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff today at Windsor Plywood Leduc. The Reid Wilkins Show is right back. After the commercial break, I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you in the loop.
The EST EST Hangout.
If you came in and said Hernan and Gager were very positive to start the show today, I would leave this room, go to Hernan, and be like, Hernan, we need to figure this out.
Yes.
What is wrong with you today? What went wrong today? Like, why are you so positive? Like, because you clearly are sick. Do you need to go home today, Hernan?
The EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. Weekday mornings 9 to 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Sentinel Storage congratulates Team Canada for all their perseverance, dedication, and commitment. For representing our country so well, our athletes make us proud to call Canada home. Sentinel Storage, proudly Canadian and official storage partner of Team Canada.
The road to the FIFA World Cup runs through Edmonton. See Canada Soccer's men's national team before they take on the world this summer. Canada versus Uzbekistan. June 1st, 7 p.m., Commonwealth Stadium. Tickets at Ticketmaster.ca.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
All right, happy to have you along for the ride this afternoon. Oilers and Kings, 8:30 tonight. So 7:30 here on Edmonton Sports Talk. We will have the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show hosted by Tom Gazzola. Benny Thompson's going to be on the technical desk. We've got Cass as the analyst tonight, Matt Cassian. If you're taking us in this afternoon, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, we thank you for doing so. Spread the word about how people can consume us. If you're on YouTube, subscribe to Edmonton Sports Talk if you haven't already. Click the thumbs up button if you haven't already. If you have, then please click the share button.
Do you believe in life after love?
And get the show link off to other people.
About once a day, I get somebody that texts in and says, "Oh, I get the share thing now."
The share button. Yeah. Smitty the Welder was asking me the Avalanche goaltenders quality starts. So I looked that up quickly. Wedgwood, 32 starts, 22 quality. So right around 2/3. Blackwood, exactly 2/3. 14 quality starts out of 21. So Ingram hasn't played as many games, but his percentage of quality starts is right in there with some of the better goalies in the NHL.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying. 780-218-9999 is how you can text us. It's the afternoon inbox presented by River Cree Resort and Casino. My goodness, they're turning 20, and they're going to celebrate until October 26th. Over $1 million in prizes, including 35 winners of $20,000 in casino free plays, 9 brand new cars, 56 winners of $1,000 in cash. RiverCreeResort.com.
Poop Stains says, if Ingram plays good and wins tonight, let's play Ingram 16 to 18 games. Try and make the playoffs and see what happens. CB radio guy, I can tell he is he's frustrated. Okay, which we understand. He says Connor and Leon are bridesmaids. Trade them all. Burn it down. Sell the team. He follows that up by saying, "Well, Reid, that's perspective. You guys want to talk the sky is falling narrative. You could be talking about Savoy. You are choosing not to. Trade them all. Bunch of bridesmaids. No brides on this team."
Who's that from?
CB radio guy.
All right.
Dave in Section T. there is a high probability that the Oilers' defense won't be any better tonight. If Ingram prevents those high-quality chances and gives up, say, 0 to 2 goals, and the Oilers win, he gets to start Saturday.
Well, yeah, but that's a good point. I mean, we kind of know what we expect from the Oilers defensively, as frustrating as it is.
Yeah, it's not good.
It's been a long time.
Expect what? 6 to 10 high danger, grade A shot chance, like scoring opportunities.
Like I didn't feel as if they were overwhelmed by high danger chances
That's a
yesterday.
good point.
They just don't clean it up. They just don't defend cleanly.
Yeah,
or get clean saves.
I mean, look no further than the game-winning goal.
Well, right.
I mean, you could say what you want about the Seneca goal. Was Jarry slightly screened when the puck came off his stick? I don't know. Tough goal, but that game-winning goal is just inexcusable in your own zone to not put a body on that body.
Right.
Frustrating.
Anything else in there? Keep them coming.
Not that I can say on radio.
A lot of the same sort of sentiments.
Yes.
People mad. Who are they mad at?
The Oilers.
In general? Jarry? Yeah.
A lot of Bowman.
Well, yeah, I mean, clearly
issues.
That's the bigger picture thing for sure.
Department of Nuge Defense. That was the one that says, Reid, what is the quality of percent of quality starts of the top 5 goalies, which was an excellent
I don't know if I did exactly the top 5, but we did a bunch of the better goalies in the league.
Sorry, you are right. Ingram is reasonable, he said.
Is what?
Reasonable.
Okay. Is that how I described Connor Ingram? Reasonable goaltender?
Sometimes you describe him, with a certain comfortability.
Comfortability. Oh my God, you were listening this morning, eh?
What's the matter with that word?
I just feel it's inappropriately long.
Well,
it's an excessive word.
But you could say Reid and I have a comfortability on the air, or you could say I have a level of comfort with Reid on the air,
or we're comfortable on the air together.
Right. But you
comfortability, I just think comfortability is an awkward word in almost all situations can be replaced.
Is it also partially because it's kind of difficult to roll off?
Yes, it's an awkward word.
Yeah. Comfortability.
Yeah, and I just feel 5 years ago I'd never heard that word.
Come on. You know what would be amazing?
10 years ago.
You know what would be amazing? Let me ask you this. I know it's not buying or selling yet, but if we had to, we'll do buying or selling a little later.
Okay.
Would you like to know, if you had the power to find out, what are the top 5 words that you've ever used in your lifetime?
Other than the,
I guess.
Stuff like that?
I guess.
Like,
I don't know how you would define it, how you would filter that search. Like, what do you think the word is you use the most? I?
Probably the.
More than I
don't know. I did not expect to be.
Said it.
I did not expect to be asked this question today.
It's a good question.
Hang on.
What are you looking up?
Well, Andy's asking me Skinner's quality start stats, which I gave on the air, but he probably wasn't listening at that time. So I'm just replying in the nasty chat. All right, Daryl Evans coming up in about 7 minutes. He'll give us some perspective from the LA Kings, who have their own problems here as they face the Edmonton Oilers tonight. Should we give clue number 4? Because we don't have a winner yet, do we?
Let me just double check.
I told you who it is, right?
Scroll up.
Jay's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's this person. Yeah, you know who it is.
Yes.
Yeah, we were talking about it earlier. So clue number 4. The Hudson's Canada's Pub Mystery Athlete of the game is Rams. So the clues are Devils, Blues, Washington, Rams. First correct guess to the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox, 780-218-9999, gets the $25 gift card to Hudson's Canada's Pub. A reminder, maximum 3 guesses per person.
And this is the kind of comments that you get when this team comes back from an Olympic break and loses a tough game last night. This is from, where is it here? Well,
What happened?
I've lost.
You had an interesting comment?
Yes.
And now it's gone.
Well, maybe it's in the chat. Yeah, this is from Jay Cerner. Team will be sold when McDavid leaves for nothing. Fan backlash will be so massive, Cates will have no other choice 5 years after McDavid leaves.
Well, I mean, I guess Joe would save that and send it in when it happens. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm thinking about tonight. We have another Hutt limerick. Oh, it's from James once again. he's on face. He's just sitting there coming up with Hutt limericks. This is pretty good. Jabba felt it would be festive to use Chewie as a digestive. This plan Leia did refute, clad in golden bikini suit, but her dad did say, most impressive. Jeez, that's really good. Pretty good imagery.
He's on fire today.
Hey, James is coming in hot today. That's funny stuff. Rip City Step says, I like the comfortability of my couch. See, it's awkward to say. Comfortability.
You could say my couch is quite comfortable.
Comfortability.
It is a
yeah. Just say I find my couch comfortable.
Do you want to do a quick question? Got to get this one.
Well, we're gonna get one. I'm trying to finish the Wonderlic today. Daryl Evans in about 5 minutes.
So this is the sentence that's in the bracket. The dancers lined up in the form of a circle. Okay. Form is the word that is underlined.
Okay.
A, we filled out an order form at the store. B, the athletes will form a new team. C, the basketball player shot with great form. D, her Valentine card was drawn in the form of a heart.
D, because it relates to a shape. These are not that hard so far. I mean, you got to be careful and think. Yeah, I guess the time limit is one.
If you're under the gun, though, and you're just like, you know how that goes.
Yeah.
But there are some here that they're not crazy difficult. It's the time factor that, and it does test your reading comprehension as well.
Oh, yeah. You got to think. You got to be, it's ones you have to be careful. Like, I think it's also a test of, can you take the time to process when you know you don't have a ton of time? Thinking under pressure, like if you were in the NFL, like I'm going to be after I ace the Wonderlic. Daryl Evans from the LA Kings broadcast booth when we get back.
Two guys and a goalie.
Brett Kulak being flipped over to the Colorado Avalanche.
I mean, great for Brett Kulak, great for the Avs. Bringing a guy back that has shown that he can be a fantastic playoff performer.
I mean, you look, Makar, Taves, Manson, Kulak, Malinsky, and Brent Burns. Is that the best D-core on paper right now?
Two guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery. All in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
Real fans don't stroll in at puck drop. They claim territory. They study the screens. They get into their spot, which is why this matters. The Canadian Brewhouse now has happy hour. Brand new. Tons of options. And the good stuff, like our espresso martinis and our cracked pepper and sea salt dry ribs. Monday to Saturday, 2 till 6 p.m., starting at $3.99. That's more than enough reason to come early. New happy hour at the Canadian Brewhouse. If you're serious about game day, we'll see you for happy hour.
River Cree Resort and Casino and K97 present the baddest show on earth. George Thorogood and the Destroyers, March 19th in the venue. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Sentinel Storage congratulates Team Canada for all their perseverance, dedication, and commitment. For representing our country so well, our athletes make us proud to call Canada home. Sentinel Storage, proudly Canadian and official storage partner of Team Canada.
Time for a new career in 2026? Or maybe your kid is still pondering their path. good news. Weiss Johnson is hiring. It's Dennis, and not only are we hiring for heating and air conditioning, we're also looking for experienced plumbers and gas fitters. With the growth in residential development, there's no shortage of opportunities at Weiss Johnson. Choose your path with us. Learn from one of the industry leaders, and we will grow together. Receive great benefits and school reimbursement as well. Visit weiss-johnson.com today.
The Oilers and Kings face off at 8:30. Both squads looking to avoid 5 straight losses when they battle. Connor Ingram gets a start for Edmonton. He relieved Tristan Jarry of his duties last night in a 6-5 loss against the Ducks. Tom Gazzola, Ben Thompson, they go live with the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show to set the table for the matchup. That gets going an hour before puck drop, 7:30, right here on EST. Around the NHL, a half dozen games getting underway. The Lightning and Hurricanes clash. Toronto, they hit the ice in Florida, while the Habs and Islanders drop the puck in Montreal. And a pair of games get going. In the NBA, it's the Hornets and Pacers matching up, while the Heat and 76ers hit the deck. Later on, San Antonio visits Brooklyn. Elsewhere, ESPN's Tim McMahon has reported that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been cleared to return for the Thunder tomorrow. He's missed 9 straight games with an abdominal strain. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your sports update. The third and final hour of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
All right, hope you're having a great afternoon. We had a snow squall earlier, a couple hours ago here in the Dinner Theater District, as Jay likes to call it. Nothing right now. I guess maybe we looked at the radar. Maybe areas to the south of Edmonton are getting hit with some stuff. I don't know if we have something coming a little bit later.
Maybe.
But it looks pretty good outside right now from what we can tell. Anyway, Oilers and Kings tonight at 8:30. In terms of the regular season, of course, the Oilers eliminated them from the playoffs last year. In terms of the regular season, the Kings have won 4 of the last 5 meetings between these two teams, including earlier this year, a 4-3 shootout win at Rogers Place for the Los Angeles Kings. These teams only playing each other 3 times this season because of the rotation. They're playing Anaheim and LA 3 times.
So if LA wins tonight, they've got the season sweep of the Oilers. Or not the
They'd
sweep.
have the series,
series.
especially if they win in regulation. Yeah. All right. If you're on YouTube, do not hesitate. Give us a thumbs up if you haven't already. We have soared past 100. Let's see how high we can go today. I think we got up close to 130 yesterday. So it'd be cool to
let's do it.
Top that. You can post in the Nasty Chat as well. 780-218-9999 is the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. DJ Pauly D from Jersey Shore performing at the venue at River Cree March 7th. George Thorogood and the Destroyers are back at the venue March 19th for the Baddest Show on Earth tour. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com. We don't yet have a winner. Hudson's Canada's Pub Mystery Athlete of the Game.
We do not.
4 clues are Devils, Blues, Washington, Rams. Those are the 4 clues. We'll give out the 5th clue, and maybe not the final clue if nobody gets it, after we talk to Daryl Evans. He's joining us on the Oil Country Towing Hotline. Oil Country Towing, Edmonton's most trusted 24/7 roadside rescue team. Fast, safe, reliable for over 15 years. Whether it's game day or a snowstorm, we work as hard as your favorite team to get you going. Call 780-986-6088 for all your towing needs. Daryl, of course, covering the LA Kings, a broadcaster for FanDuel Sports Network West, longtime broadcaster with the team. Daryl, it's Reid and Jay. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, guys. How are you today?
Yeah, thanks a lot. We were joking earlier, like if you're delayed in LA, it's always traffic, isn't it?
I mean, it's getting worse and worse all the time. it's like they want to do construction in rush hour. You're like, come on, guys, either do it late at night or do it early in the morning, not in the middle of the day when people are leaving to get home from work.
No, but you're not used to it. Haven't you lived in LA like all of your adult life now?
It's funny. Like we look at it like today, for whatever reason, Thursday is the worst day to come downtown to Crypto.com Arena. For whatever it is, Thursday's the worst day. And there's an area there around the airport, again, with everything that's going on with the Olympics and all that coming in a couple of years, there's so much things going on. And, they take away a lane, and all of a sudden chaos happens. So it's, it was a little bit of stick handling to get here, but I finally got in.
Well, we were glad that you're taking the time to join us. We love talking to you. Let's start with the small picture, because last night I and a lot of people, obviously in this part of the world, were watching the Oilers lose 6-5 to the Ducks. You were taking in the Kings losing 6-4 to the Golden Knights. Give us the Cole's notes of that game.
It wasn't a pretty game. I think a lot of people are not sure exactly what to expect coming out of the break. I know, the guys that didn't go to the Olympics, they had all kinds of energy coming back, but I think the product in the ice was not what was expected. It was a little bit loose, not real clean, and of course the timing is off, and I think that'll take a couple of games to get going, but we all know, for both the Oilers and for the Kings, that time, it's right now, it's immediate. You want to stop the bleeding. Kings have one win in their last 6 games. The Oilers have lost their last 3, and, they both want to right the ship. So I expect this game to be a lot different than probably, the Kings played and probably what the Oilers played last night. I think it'll be a lot tighter and more reminiscent of what we're accustomed to seeing between these two teams.
Well, yeah, I sure hope so. I mean, a lot of the theme here with the Oilers, and Leon Draisaitl said it 3 weeks ago after they lost to Calgary, like, we need to wake up. We need to defend. Yep. And then they come out and give up 6. LA's goal differential is not pretty at minus 17. I guess I'll put it to you this way. It's kind of a blunt way to put it, but what does waking up mean from an LA Kings perspective?
Well, waking up means, they've got to find a way to score more goals. Well, they tried to address that by going out and acquiring Panarin, and he had an impact on last night's game, with a couple of nice assists last night. Unfortunately, just, during the Olympics, they lose Kevin Fiala, so that was a bad break for them there. But they're a team that, they definitely need to generate more offense. But the backbone of the team has been their defensive play, and that has slipped away the last little bit. They're giving up more goals, but it's almost like periods of time in a game. It's not that they're playing a bad game, but they'll go through a 4 or 5 minute period where they'll surrender 3 goals. And next thing you know, the game's taken a whole different complexion, and they can't afford to do that, because when you struggle scoring goals offensively, you can't dig yourself a hole. So they need to defend like they're capable of doing. That's been the DNA of this organization for the last 15, 20 years. And offensively, they've got to execute better. So they're hoping an improved power play with Panarin. They went 1 for 1 last night. I know it's a small sample size, but just watching him in practice, he'll definitely give the team some new looks in that regard. But they just got to play. They've got to play a lot cleaner, mistake free. You can't the self-inflicted wounds. You can't beat yourself, because the opposition, they're ready to pounce on you. And we all know with the parity in the league, on any given night, anybody can beat anybody. This year, with the compressed schedule with the Olympics, guys are physically and mentally beat up. And there's going to be moments in games that if you can pounce and take advantage of those, you're going to find yourself on the good side of some games that you probably didn't expect to win.
Daryl, I wanted to ask you, February 4th obviously was a major trade. You had mentioned Artemi Panarin coming over to the LA Kings. He's been there. He hasn't played until last night. But how is that fit in? And what are the early thoughts on I know if a big acquisition had one game with the Oilers here, there'd be a lot of discussion the day after. So what was that like today? And what kind of role do you think he will take on, especially now with the absence of Kevin Fiala?
Well, today they didn't have media after practice. They just had an optional skate this morning. There was only 2 or 3 guys that went on the ice, so we didn't get a chance to talk to him. We're going to actually talk to Jim Hiller pre-game tonight. He's going to be made available at Crypto.com Arena, so he's going to hold his media there that the Oiler guys will be able to share as well. So we'll see exactly what his thoughts are. Last night after the game, what he said was impressed with, what he was able to do, the impact that he had on the game. Kind of come as delivered, as advertised. He came, handled the puck, found his way to the score sheet. The Kings need that. They expect that from him. But sometimes when you bring in, a star player, a lot of guys defer to that player and say, okay, we got so-and-so now, it's going to be easy. And I think the Kings, I don't want to say that that's what they thought last night. Of course, Panarin's a really good player, but we also know it takes a team in order to win games. So, they'll expect him to do the things that he's doing, but everybody's got to take care of their own business. That's what makes, the team as efficient as they are, especially when it comes to defensively. Everybody's got to be, held accountable and trustworthy that, your teammates trust you to make a play. You've got to make that play. You got to be predictable to your teammates. When you do that, it makes it a lot more difficult for the opposition to expose you. And the Kings have just made it too easy on their opposition the last handful of games or so. They're beating themselves. So I expect Panarin to give them the puck more times than not in a game when he's on the ice, and a big boost on the power play.
One more here about Panarin and the beloved mascot of the Los Angeles Kings, Bailey, whose jersey number is 72. Now, Panarin, that was his number when he broke into the NHL. I saw a post, because that's what he's wearing now. And I was this a real thing, or was this a photo shoot? But the post I saw was that Artemi Panarin taking almost a family portrait style photo with Bailey, the Los Angeles Kings mascot, and it looked like Panarin had gifted him a Rolex. What was that all about?
I don't know the complete details about it, but apparently there's a Rolex gifted, and I'm sure the organization will find a way to turn that into some funds for the foundation. We all know that Bailey and the number 72, what it means to the organization. But Panarin, that was his number when he came into the league, and it's great to see that he puts that number on here in Los Angeles. He loves that number, and he wanted to wear it. So again, don't know all the details on what transpired and with regards to the watch and all that, but Panarin wore number 72 last night. He got 2 points, and that's all that matters.
All right. Well, we had to slip in a mascot question. That's always fun. All right. Daryl, you're the best. Thanks for doing this, especially given you navigating the streets of Los Angeles at this time of day. Enjoy the matchup tonight. Hopefully these two teams tighten up and play with a little bit more intensity than maybe we've seen in some of their recent matches. We really appreciate it, buddy. All
right, guys. Hopefully it's going to be an entertaining one tonight, and the two teams will play twice, including tonight's game before the end of the season, and being the way it's been as of late, I'm sure they'll dance again in the postseason. So it'll be an interesting stretch going down the rest of the schedule here.
Right on. That is Daryl Evans checking in on the Oil Country Towing Hotline, FanDuel Sports Network West, former player with the Kings, longtime analyst as well. Interesting what he said, shooting themselves in the foot. They can. Their defense is not bad.
No.
Let's look at this. Goals against. LA 7th in the NHL. Pretty good. Goals for 29th. Oilers, you can pretty much flip that. Goals for 4th. Goals against 26th.
So what's that mean tonight?
So what is it? Well, who knows what the heck that's going to mean tonight? We don't know. I can tell you this. So the Oilers have made the playoffs 6 consecutive years, trying to make it 7. Far from a sure thing. It was we're reminded day after day. Here's where the Oilers have finished in goals against across the league, going back to 2020 until last year, those 6 consecutive years being in the playoffs. I'm not going to give the exact goals against. I'll give the league ranking.
Sure.
Because where were you relative to everybody else?
Yeah, that's sure.
15th, 12th, 18th, 17th, 10th, and 14th. So not great. They've never been like, third best defensive team in the league when it comes to goals against. But most of those years, they've been middle of the pack or towards the top third, flirting with the top third. Like one year they were actually 10th in 23-24. This year they're 26th. The last time they missed the playoffs in 2019, they were 26th. Here's where they've been offensively, goals for per game the last 6 years before this one, starting with 2020. 15th, 7th, 10th, 1st, 4th, 11th, and now this year 4th. So, there have been years in which they've haven't scored quite as much as they have this year, but they've defended better. Even if only a little bit better, it's still been enough to get them into the playoffs. And in the last 4 years, at least win a round in the playoffs once they've gotten in there. So this is why this is starting to teeter a little bit. Because they do not have problems scoring. We saw that last night. We've seen it on other occasions this year, right?
Absolutely.
But even that Calgary game before the break, they get to 3. Well, you give up 4, and you're playing behind most of the night. Last night, they're playing ahead most of the night, and they give up 1 late, and they give up 6. But the goals against, it's not all on the goaltending. That's part of it. There's just this, what do I call it? The focused alertness. The focused alertness. Where's that? Oh, this guy's a problem. Oh, these guys are coming in on the attack. I need to stand up and be sturdy against them. We haven't seen that. Not often enough.
I'm just trying to look here. Like, I mean, how many games, would be like that 2-1 or 3-1 style where the Oilers come out on top? Very few.
Well, when was the last time they allowed less than 2 goals in a game? The shutout at the start of the 8-game homestand?
St. Louis.
They won 5-0.
Well, they had back-to-back shutouts,
They had back-to-back shutouts, which was really good.
Well, actually,
both goalies were good. They played well in both those games.
They had 4 games out of 5 that they allowed under 2 goals. At Chicago, a victory. Then they allowed 4 at Nashville.
Mm-hmm.
Home to the Islanders. They got shut out 1-0.
They got shut out, but they only allowed 1.
They only allowed 1. None in Vancouver, none at home to St. Louis.
Well, they only allowed 2 against New Jersey, but they lost. So that's the interesting thing. The Oilers had a 3-game stretch, or a 4-game stretch in which they only allowed 3 goals, and they only went 2-2. And then since then, here's the goals against. 6, 5, 4, 3, 7, 5, 4, 5.
6.
Or sorry, 6. No, yeah, sorry. Oh, yeah, they have it wrong on this Wikipedia page. They have Edmonton winning last night.
6, 5.
Right. That's bad.
Yeah.
Like
That's
they're allowing
25,
over
30.
4. They're allowing over 4 goals a game in their last 8 games. Now, here's the thing. You could maybe say at sometimes you could say, it's a little bit of a blip. It's a little bit. It's not a blip though. This has been happening all year. Whether it's
That's an average of 5.
Whether it's the defending, the goaltending, the penalty kill, it's always something. And then if it's all 3, then you're really giving up a lot.
So, but they're capable of playing a better defensive style game.
Well, but now we're wondering, are they?
Yes. Look at what they did over that 6-game streak. 1 goal against, 4 goal against, 1 goal against, 0, 0, 2 goals against. That's not bad. You should be winning most of those games.
Yeah.
It's in there somewhere. But maybe that's the most frustrating thing about all this, is that you've seen flashes of it.
Better give clue number 5, because nobody's won. Hudson's Canada's Pub Mystery Athlete of the Game. Clue number 5 is 237 goals. The clues are Devils, Blues, Washington, Rams.
200
and then 237 goals is the 5th clue. We got to take a break. I would hope by the time we get back, somebody gets it. Devils, Blues, Washington, Rams, 237 goals. Those are the 5 clues. Don't let me down, everybody. Here comes the Coop.
The Oilers look to avoid 5 straight losses when they battle Artemi Panarin and the Kings at 8:30. Connor Ingram gets the start. He relieved Tristan Jarry of his duties last night in a 6-5 loss to the Ducks. Tom Gazzola, Ben Thompson, they preview the game during the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. That gets going 7:30 right here on EST. And around the league, there's a half dozen games live, all in the first period. Just about 5 minutes into action, the Hurricanes up 2-0 over the Lightning. We also see the Panthers with a 1-0 lead over the Maple Leafs. They're also on the power play. It's Brad Marchand with his 26th goal of this season. Out in Boston, it's the Blue Jackets up 1-0 over the Bruins, and it's scoreless between the Canadiens and the Islanders. Pair of games live in the NBA. Halfway through the first quarter, 15-12 lead for the 76ers over the Heat. And Indiana, they're up 14-9 over Charlotte. Elsewhere, ESPN's Tim McMahon has reported that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been cleared to return for the Thunder tomorrow after missing 9 straight games with an abdominal strain. The Reid Wilkins Show returns after the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
The Oil Stream.
Their deadline cap space projected at $12,009. Projected playoff cap space, $1,963,334.
This is shaping up to be maybe not a great season. That's sort of where I've been looking, for a while. And even at the beginning of the season, I think I had them at 96 or 97 points.
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Sentinel Storage congratulates Team Canada for all their perseverance, dedication, and commitment for representing our country so well. Our athletes make us proud to call Canada home. Sentinel Storage, proudly Canadian and official storage partner of Team Canada.
Edmonton, be part of history. Support Canada Soccer's men's national team as they battle Uzbekistan in the final send-off series ahead of the FIFA World Cup. Monday, June 1st at 7 p.m. at Commonwealth Stadium. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.ca.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
Real fans don't stroll in at puck drop. They claim territory. They study the screens. They get into their spot, which is why this matters. The Canadian Brewhouse now has happy hour. Brand new, tons of options, and the good stuff like our 8-inch 2-topping RCM pizza and our signature Caesar. Monday to Saturday, 2 till 6 p.m. starting at $3.99. That's more than enough reason to come early. New happy hour at the Canadian Brewhouse. If you're serious about game day, we'll see you for happy hour.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Thanks for tuning in this afternoon. Oilers at Los Angeles tonight. What is Wonderlic doing? For what? He's saying you're welcome. He tuned in as well. Who was that? I don't know, some guy. Edmonton Sports Talk presented by Play Alberta. Why limit your choices when you can have it all? Play Alberta, your go-to app for casino games, sports betting, and lottery all in one place. With easy access to real money games, you can enjoy everything Alberta has to offer right at your fingertips. Download Play Alberta now and start playing today. One more time, Jay. When people have until 8:30 to place something on this, to sprinkle on it, what is your play of the day? This is a good one.
It's a Curtis Lazar goal. It's a he's due. It's a positive vibes only play. Curtis Lazar goal, baby. Doing the Lord's work up there. Plus 1475. So that's 15 and a bit to 1 for you, Reid?
Yeah.
I mean, why not?
Yeah, it's 15.75 to 1 the way I do the odds.
Let ye sprinkle.
Like I say, if you want to put a buck on it,
yeah, it pays for lunch
Curtis
tomorrow.
Lazar scores. You got lunch. You got coffee for next week. You got coffee for the crew tomorrow. Whatever you want to look at it, and it's a buck. Like, we're not telling you, hey, go bet the mortgage.
Put
on
a quarter on it. Right?
Yeah, that's a good point. Right. Spency 5 cents in the nasty chat, and if you haven't given us a thumbs up on YouTube, please do so. Maybe we can get to maybe 140 today by the end of the show. He says about 3 centimeters of snow from this hashtag squall so far.
Where?
Not here.
There's not snowing here.
Yeah, it's not snowing here. We had it for, half an hour maybe? It looked ugly. The wind came in, but there was no snow. Then it started snowing. The snow was almost horizontal.
Yeah, it was weird.
But then it
must be
passed
south of
quickly
the
here.
city.
Right.
Because I'm looking at the radar map. And yeah, everything's south. Well, maybe not. Like, now it's south. Who knows, Reid? We may not be out of the woods yet.
You know who isn't out of the woods? People who are trying to win the Hudson's Canada's Pub $25 gift card for the mystery athlete of the game. Nobody has won. So I better clarify one of the clues. Oh, we got a winner?
No, I meant correct. Nobody has won.
Don't distract me like that. We got a winner.
No, we went over 100 thumbs.
We've been over 100 thumbs for a long time.
I had to strike while the moment was hot.
All right. He's going to just keep playing stuff. I better clarify the first clue.
What do you mean? The first clue was Devils.
I will add to that clue, and I will say Red Devils. So now the clues are Red Devils, Blues, Washington, Rams, 237 goals. Okay? So let's see now if somebody gets it. We basically had to give it's basically a 6th clue. It adds to the first clue, so 5.5 clues.
So Red Devils,
Blues, Washington, Rams, 237 goals. Those are the 5. Those are the 5 clues for the Hudson's Canada's Pub mystery athlete of the game. I would hope somebody's going to get it now. I would really hope somebody's going to get it now. If not, could this be a winner? What if we don't get a winner by 5:55? We're done.
I guess you and I are going to Hudson's, buddy.
we get the gift card.
Shawnsy says, I just drove from Calgary Trail to Sherwood Park along the White Mud, and it is clear, not a speck of snow. Now, Spency 5 cents, he did say his location is about 1.5 hours southwest of Edmonton. So that would be, what's that?
But on the radar, that's where it looked like it was still going to hit.
Yeah,
it was still
Pigeon
coming.
Lake,
so
maybe?
yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Maybe, what's that? That's by your old stomping grounds, eh? 1.5 hours southwest of Edmonton?
Alder Flats?
Alder Flats.
Yeah, general area,
yeah. Shoggy says, thumbs up to Reid and Jay. Middle finger to the Oilers. And you know what?
Jeez, come on.
I don't mind that.
It's funny.
I mean, that is the general. Is that? Does that
I
not?
was a little shocked he's that blunt.
But does that not summarize the feelings of Oilers fans today? Honestly, they're happy to hear from you and I, but they're frustrated.
I'm
with
not
this
sure
team.
they are, actually. They're happy to hear from you.
You got 2.
I think most people aren't happy to hear from me.
You got 2 limericks from JB.
And I have another one from Les. Les also sent in 2. And again, they're all Jabba the Hutt Star Wars themed. Oh my God. Jabba froze Solo in carbonite. Enter Luke Skywalker, Jedi Knight. Mind trick, ho ho ho. Lapti neck max rebo. The Rancor died in the dungeon fight. Holy crap, these are good. These are really good. And do we have a winner?
We do.
Hudson's Canada's Pub mystery athlete of the game. Who is the winner?
Oh.
Well, somebody just put it in the nasty chat. I'm sorry you can't win by putting it in the nasty chat. We appreciate you listening, though. Do you not know who won?
Yes.
And we can't say their name?
No.
Is it a filthy name? Is it the same person who won
Somebody
yesterday?
else guessed it prior to Reid, but it was like the 7th guess. So I'm a man of integrity.
We can't have more than 3 guesses.
We can't have more than 3 guesses.
Yeah, sorry.
So I'm sorry, but it's going to Dudley.
Dudley!
Dudley!
All right, good stuff. So, the first clue was Devils, which I later clarified Red Devils. This person played for the Manchester United Red Devils. The second clue was Blues. This person also played for the Everton Blues. The third clue was Washington. This person also played for DC United. The fourth clue was Rams. This guy played for the Derby County Rams. And with all those teams, he scored 237 goals as a professional soccer player. It's Wayne Rooney, everybody.
Who's Dennis Law?
I don't know. Who is that?
A Scottish footballer.
Okay.
So Dennis Law was getting a lot of love here. Okay. So who are the Red Devils? Is it City or United?
United.
Yeah. So he played for the Manchester United 1962 to 1973.
Okay. Did he play for Everton and DC United and Derby County?
He did not.
Well, then that's why he's not the mystery athlete. So there you go. Well, that one took a long time today. You know what? That pains me that it takes so long, Jay.
Oh, okay. I got to divulge this. Sorry, Mike, outside of Edmonton. That was the guy that got it. But he had too many guesses. But he did rebut.
Okay.
He says, well, you can't have 6 clues either.
Yes, we can. There's no limit on the clues. We use 5 as our guideline. I always put out 5.
Mike, I'm
There's
sorry.
no limit on
So
5.
close.
That's not one of the rules.
So close.
So
My Ardrossan brother.
Yeah. Oh, he's from Ardrossan?
They live out that way. I think he's a cattle farmer.
Oh, he's going to be difficult with you now just because of me.
He might come. He might come brand me.
You're going to have to take all the heat that I
He's
should
going to
be getting.
make me his.
Chris Knoblauch did say that after last night's game, they did do some good things.
As usual, I thought we had a lot of good scoring chances, and throughout the lineup, I think Lazar's line was good, Rico's line had some good chances, and of course our top 2 lines, as usual, had some nice chances. I thought there were some really good performances from guys. Savoy was one of them. That's one of his strongest games this year. Penalty kill, he scores on the power play, 5-on-5, creating a lot of chances. So there was a lot of good performances by guys.
All right. Well, like we said, in the offensive zone, I got no complaints. They made good plays. They worked. I thought they worked hard along the wall. They tried to get the puck to the net. Knoblauch distributed the ice time a little more evenly. Depth guys played. No, I know Janmark got hurt, but everybody played at least 10 minutes. I noticed Frederick. I noticed Lazar. I noticed Mangiapane. Noticed Henrique. Certainly noticed Savoy. Good for him. Podkolzin was solid again, I thought.
If you're in the NHL and your team scores more than 4 or more goals, you should win that game.
You should rarely lose. I don't want to say never because
Right,
it's a competitive
things
league.
happen.
There's other good teams, especially when you have a kind of a. Is it overstating it to say stranglehold up 4-2, and especially the way they went up 4-2? I mean, you would think the Anaheim Ducks were dragging their chins going to the dressing room. They were 2 minutes away from being in a 2-2 tie. And then it's like, holy crap! Now we get a chase again, and they tie it up right away in the third.
Well, and then bang bang, we
didn't even mention 1,000 wins for Quenneville, right? He would have remembered it anyway, but especially winning in that fashion, down 4-2, going to the third and winning 6-5.
I did like they were squirting water on him on the bench. Like, screw off, guys.
She'd be like, okay, enough. Just pour Gatorade on me. Yeah. Buying or selling for Damon Bunting, a consistent top-producing realtor in the greater Edmonton area for over 18 years. He and his team would love to help you find that right home or make the move from your current home. Community-driven, he understands what it takes to make a difference in our city. Check him out, DamonBunting.com, Instagram handle of Damon Bunting Real Estate. So let's do a couple more. We're one of the fun things we're doing today. So the NFL Combine is underway. This is also our off-topic topic for William Huff because we meandered. Jay's original off-topic topic is what event or task at the NFL Combine would you want to try? And one of the ones he put out was doing the Wonderlic test. And I said, obviously, I want to do the Wonderlic. And Jason, I didn't know he was going to do this. He pulls out a Wonderlic test. So he's been asking me questions on air. And plus, I've been doing questions. This has been the most I've had to think in a long time. I've been answering questions during the commercial as well.
The problem is that a lot of these you're going to have to do on your own because there's a reading component to it, and it just wouldn't play on air all that well. But I
don't think I've got one wrong yet from what you've given me.
Guess we'll find out. I'm going to keep this with me so you can't study it and find the answers, okay?
No, I won't do that.
I'm going to keep this on my person tonight.
On your personage.
I will provide a pop quiz tomorrow.
What's your comfortability with carrying around a Wonderlic test?
Heavy lays the crown. Is that what they say? Okay, these 3 questions. Choose the word that best indicates the meaning of the underlined word.
Well, there's more. There's a lot of these, eh?
So I'm gonna
There's
say
like 10 questions like
I'm
this.
gonna say the sentence, and then I'll tell everybody what the underlined word is. Wind, water, and animals all aid in the dispersion of seeds, sometimes carrying them great distances. Dispersion was the word underlined. A, destruction. B, development. C, scattering. D, recovering.
C, scattering. Was that correct, or are you just marking it down?
I haven't checked
I don't
any
even
of
know.
these.
Maybe I've got an O for here. I don't know.
I don't think you do. Next sentence. Fresh air and good food had a salutary effect on the sick boy, and he was soon able to get out of bed.
Okay.
Salutary, the underlined word. Uncertain, healthful, dangerous, unexpected.
I'll say helpful.
The newspaper story about graft at City Hall soon forced the mayor to quit. Graft being the underlined word.
Okay.
Politics, awards, bribery, or speeches.
Bribery.
Okay. We shall continue.
All right.
I got a cliffhanger selling for you.
That's good for now. Yeah, let's do something else.
And this is just, I just want to know from your mouth, I just want to hear it, okay?
What?
I'm just asking a question. I asked it earlier on the lock shop.
Okay.
What's in your mind right now? What's the probability, say out of 10, let's say 1 to 10, of Chris Knoblauch not finishing the season as the Edmonton Oilers head coach? Or let's say finishing the season, okay?
Oh, 9.
9. High.
Yes.
High.
I think, yeah.
I agree. What if the Oilers go 0-3 on this Western miniature road trip?
Well, they might. They're trending.
No. Does that change your answer?
I don't know. Who are you going to bring in to coach?
Good question. Great point.
Like Coffey's not going to be the head coach. Is DeBoer still out there?
I don't like. I wouldn't hope that would be the case, but it's a question that you have to ask because there's been some weird stuff going on with this organization. I've said it before. That is functioning highly dysfunctionally right now.
Yeah, a little bit.
Right. So I just wanted to see what you would say about that.
Yeah, I mean, if they go 0-3, I don't know. Is Bowman going to say, "Well, sorry, I gave you that extension, Chris. I don't think you're that good after all"?
Now, with an extension like that, I just want to know, like, that doesn't go against anything on your books, or like that's just separate. You would just pay the coach.
It's not salary cap, but you still got to pay him. Right. Yeah, you got to pay him not to work for you. Les says tomorrow Reid will be answering questions from the Scientology personality test.
Is there a thing? I would love to give you that test.
I think that's a thing. Yes, I think that's how they try to recruit you into Scientology, don't they?
See if you're sciencey enough.
See if I got enough tology in me.
Tology. Reid, on another note, it is National Toast Day. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
What are you a toast guy?
I occasionally have toast. Yes.
Okay, and what bread are you putting in the toaster?
If I have it, sourdough.
Really?
Sourdough for everything.
Really?
Yeah.
I like sourdough. We are a light rye family.
Okay.
That is our sandwich bread of choice. I do appreciate once in a while just going full white. Just not like Wonder Bread, but like a Sobeys.
Right.
White bread,
Yeah.
hand baked, baked in their bakery. What are you laughing at, Coop?
Just myself.
Okay. What are you putting on your toast?
Well, usually I'll just put margarine or butter, but lately I've been putting on strawberry jam.
Really?
Yep.
You know what? I never would have put, I would usually be butter, not margarine, butter with raspberry jam.
Okay.
That reminds me of my baba. But lately, I've went full peanut butter.
Well, that's out for me, obviously. But
yeah, it's fantastic.
Peanut butter is the best.
Peanut butter is really
Have you guys ever taken mashed potatoes and put it on a piece of toast?
Stop.
It's a thing.
No, it's not.
That's not a thing, Coop.
Well, my mom does it, so it is a thing.
Really?
It's it's actually pretty good. I know it's a lot of carbs.
Bring it in. Next time, Mrs. Kubish.
I would not eat that.
Why not?
I'm not
It is a lot of carbs.
I don't really like mashed potatoes to begin with, so I'm not putting it on toast.
Well, and then you put some like seasoning salt on it. It's actually not that bad.
Bring it in.
So it's like a little hors d'oeuvre almost.
Yeah, a
toast d'oeuvre.
Yeah, next time I have mashed potatoes handy,
Please.
I'll bring some in.
Thank you.
Tell you what, if you're on YouTube and you have not given us a thumbs up, give us one. Let's see if we can at least get to 140. 155 is in play, but we're at 136. Let's at least get to 140.
Yes.
I think that'd be a high for this show for 2026, which would be pretty good. We are in the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Hockey lives at the Canadian Brewhouse during every Oilers game day at any Edmonton and area location. Enter to win Oilers home game tickets at Rogers Place. Plus, enjoy $1 off Molson Canadian and Coors Light tankards. Details at thecanadianbrewhouse.com.
Fun fact, what's coming up next after the break, Reid?
Words of the day.
Guess what? We had a listener submission.
We had a listener submission. Can I ask which listener?
Yeah.
No? Yes? Who?
Abutski.
Oh, Abutski sent in a word, and the other word is going to be yours?
Nope. He sent two.
He sent in two. What a pro. And we'll do you want to do a card of movie trivia or a card of... We must do a card of movie trivia.
I love the movie trivia.
Oilers Kings at 8:30. I wonder if Ben's going to come in and practice wrapping up the show again, too.
We can invite him.
We can see what he does.
I'm sure he's available.
One more sports update for my buddy Zach Kubish.
The Oilers look to avoid 5 straight losses when they battle Artemi Panarin and the Kings at 8:30. Connor Ingram gets a start after relieving Tristan Jarry of his duties last night in a 6-5 loss to the Ducks. Join Tompkins along Ben Thompson. They preview the game during the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. That goes live 7:30 right here on EST. Right now in the NHL, a handful of games live. All in the first period, nearing the end of the opening frame. The Maple Leafs trail the Panthers 3-0. So do the Lightning against the Hurricanes, and it's knotted at 1-1 between the Blue Jackets and Bruins. To the hardwood, 4 games. By the way, it's a Heat down 1 point against the 76ers early in the second and just getting underway. Tied 5-5 early on. The Spurs and Nets duel tomorrow, or Saturday, Washington and Toronto are in action in the NBA. Over in the MLB for spring training at 11:05, the Jays meet the Rays. The final segment of the Reid Wilkins Show brings us back after the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
EST Afternoons.
Sports Illustrated. Ben Steiner, overall, what did you make of Canada's performance today?
I don't know if you guys remember too much of the early mornings and late nights of watching the Sochi 2014 Olympics, but that tournament was super easy. I think to have it so close, to have it so exciting, to have them have to fight until 35 seconds left today to come back in the quarterfinal, it makes this tournament memorable.
EST Afternoons, weekday afternoons 1 to 3, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
River Cree Resort and Casino and K97 present the baddest show on earth. George Thorogood and the Destroyers, March 19th in the venue. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
The road to the FIFA World Cup runs through Edmonton. See Canada Soccer's men's national team before they take on the world this summer. Canada versus Uzbekistan. June 1st, 7 p.m., Commonwealth Stadium. Tickets at Ticketmaster.ca.
Hi there. If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you could afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching the button, thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki as a ninja fighting off evil samurai.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
Your brand deserves more than just a whisper, it deserves a buzz. At the Hive Product Marketing, they specialize in promotional products that bring the buzz. From eye-catching giveaways to unforgettable keepsakes, they got the perfect products to make your brand stand out and get noticed. Visit the Hive Product Marketing and let them create the buzz your business deserves. The Hive Product Marketing, the official merch partner of Edmonton Sports Talk. Visit them online at thehiveproductmarketing.com.
Looking for a winning strategy for your retirement? Contact me, Joaquin Gage at K4 Financial, where expertise meets dedication. I will always look for a careful approach to your retirement, ensuring your financial future is secure. From tailored strategies to clear, actionable advice, I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Don't leave your future to chance. Get in touch with me, Joaquin Gage, today at k4financial.ca or email joaquin.gage@k4financial.ca to start planning for a brighter future and a more secure retirement.
Believe in me, the dreams that I foresee. Believe in me, believe in me.
Oilers Kings tonight. Well, somebody's going to get out of a bit of a slump here. Oilers have lost 4 straight. Kings have lost 3 straight. LA 23, 20, and 14. Edmonton 28, 23, and 8. Special teams story. Oilers' best power play in the league, 31.7%. Kings, not very good on the power play, 26, 16.5%. Both teams underwhelming on the PK. Edmonton 25th, 77%. LA 28th, 76.3%. Another great day of programming coming up tomorrow. Of course, we'll be breaking down the Oilers and Kings, getting ready for the game against the Sharks. We're also going to talk some Blue Jays. Ben Schulman's going to be on the show tomorrow. Oh, the radio play-by-play voice for the Jays. We got to have him on. Was it just before or during the World Series? Was it during the World Series?
Yeah, I believe it
might
was.
Have been after Game 2. Might have been between Games 2 and 3. Where was it after they won the ALCS?
Maybe it was the ALCS.
I don't know, but he was awesome.
What's this Mike doing here?
I don't know. What's going on? Is Ben...
Oh, is Ben
going to... Do you know if Ben's coming in? I don't know what's going on.
Oh, here he is. Look out, everybody.
Don't break the TV.
Jeez.
Don't break the
Like
don't
a
break
bull
the
in
TV.
a china shop.
Do you want a chair?
No, it's fine. All
right.
I'll squat.
So Ben's here for... We don't really know why he's here.
Movie trivia. We couldn't do it.
Okay, so my mom got the movie trivia box.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have asked me questions on and off air.
Yes.
I have never done worse than 2 out of 4 on a card.
Correct.
And usually I'm getting 3 or 4.
Correct.
I'm doing pretty well.
Who voices Mr. Fox in Wes Anderson's animated feature, Fantastic Mr. Fox?
George Clooney.
What 1990 French language film was remade as Point of No Return?
La Femme Nikita.
Jeez. What Western starring Clint Eastwood, Morgan Freeman, and Gene Hackman?
Unforgiven. You've seen Unforgiven.
No.
Okay, your dad has.
Linda Blair is best known for what role?
I don't know the character's name, but she was the girl in The Exorcist. Those were very easy.
4 for 4. We got to keep going then. We can't stop at perfection. I know. His mind is brilliant, isn't it?
This is ridiculous.
I like cinema. I remember stuff.
Look at that brilliant mind, Ben.
See it working.
What is the name of the cat in Disney's Cinderella?
Now, see, these I'm going to struggle with.
I would have known this.
See, I said to Coob earlier that if there was a card of Disney, if there was a box of just Disney movies, I would get 10%. Do you know this one, Coob? Help me out.
Whiskers?
Benny? I don't even have a guess.
Kitty.
Smiles.
Lucifer.
Oh,
Lucifer.
Oh, yeah, the
Lucifer,
cat
the
named Lucifer.
demon cat.
Wow.
Hey, you know how it sounds, eh?
Meow, 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 meow.
I thought we were going Terry the Turtle there.
Yeah.
There he is. Which of the original Ghostbusters has passed away in Ghostbusters Afterlife?
Harold Ramis Egon.
Who was the second actor in history to decline an Oscar?
So Brando did. Who was the first, or was he?
Who was the second?
Who was the second actor in history to decline an Oscar? I'll say Brando.
Constantine is a supernatural detective movie based on what comic book series? Constantine.
I think that was the movie with Keanu Reeves where he's fighting the devil. I don't know what comic book series that's. Constantine was also the name of the comic.
Hellblazer.
So I only got 2 out of 4 on that card.
That's right.
My worst on-air card. All right. Let's go into, by the way, if you're new to the show, it does involve more than just Jay quizzing me, though not much more.
And Benny just sitting here.
And Benny just...
Like, what do you like?
We need him to close off the show,
People
right?
on YouTube are like, who's that guy in the middle? Do they even know he's there? Are they? Can they see him? Is this a glitch? It's like Snuffleupagus. It's like he's imaginary to everybody else. Edmonton Public Library presents Words of the Day, EPL.ca to find out more. Library cards are free. I read books out of the EPL that I take out digitally on the Libby app, and also you can learn more about how EPL protects your freedom to read at intellectualfreedom.ca.
The word of the day with Reid and Jay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
What do they got to say?
Say what again? Say what again? I dare
English,
you.
do you Let's speak find it? Out.
English, do you speak it?
Not bad.
All right. I know what I'm saying.
Snuffleupagus was a pretend friend?
When I watched, he always disappeared when everybody else was around, and everybody else thought Big Bird was just making him up.
Really?
Yeah. When I was a kid.
An imaginary friend.
They thought he was an imaginary friend. They thought he was Big Bird's imaginary friend. Because now they all interact with him, right?
I was today
not when
years
I was
old.
watching. That's how old I am.
Are you sure?
I'm pre-real up.
Snuffleupagus was imaginary. He was an elephant.
He was real, but he never was around. So they thought Big Bird was making.
So he
him
was
up.
a Big Bird's imaginary
That's
friend.
what everybody thought. Yeah.
Wow. My mind is blown.
Okay, this is Benny. You can take part in the words of the day. Go ahead. Here's your pen.
Thank you.
Okay, this was sent in again by listener Abutsky. First word of the day: festoon. Festoon. Show read. Well, no, maybe don't show read.
I'm gonna do that. I don't know. Is it really that easy?
I think it's obvious. I think we got to go with the apparent spelling. Festoon. Is that what Ben wrote?
No, Ben went
you were close.
festoon, like
audio tune.
Oh, okay.
Not bad.
I didn't think. Yeah, I guess it was that way.
I don't know what this is. Is it a type of musical instrument?
Nope.
Okay, I need a sentence.
They elected to festoon the hall with banners and lights.
Decorating for
I'm pretty sure
an
we've
event.
had this word now that I think about it.
I don't remember.
1.5 out of 2, not bad.
Okay.
Second word, blunderbuss. Blunderbuss.
BLUNDERBUSS. I believe it's an early type of firearm or rifle.
Say again?
It's like an early type of firearm or rifle.
Dun, da, da, da.
Blunderbuss, baby.
Wow.
Reid came in like a blunderbuss. blunderbuss.
I believe it's also a Jack White album. Is it an album or a song? I think it's a Jack White album.
Wow, man, you're just a wealth of knowledge, dude.
All right, man. Save some knowledge for the rest of us.
Wow, Reid. That was 3.5 out of 4, and I will say this was a collective. This was a collective. This is Benny and Reid.
Did you know blunderbuss?
I was on the way to spelling it, and then you beat me to it.
But you would have spelled it correctly. Did you know what it was?
No.
What's the exact definition of blunderbuss?
As per
who was it? Abutsky?
Abutsky, who said, "Oh,
got it."
Where was it here? A 17th to mid 19th century short-barreled, large caliber muzzle-loading firearm."
Wow, right. It was an early firearm.
Wow, you know they used that muzzle. That means they loaded it from the end.
Silencer.
All right. You got
quickly. What's coming up?
GCL Diesel Oilers Stream pregame show. Myself, Tom Gazzola, and Matt Cassidy are going to preview the Oilers versus Kings tonight. Can the Oilers break their 4-game losing streak against a division rival?
That's at 7:30. On behalf of Ben Thompson, Zach Kubish, Jason Milne, I'm Reid Wilkins. Enjoy the game tonight.